got me, God?
Yeah.
Yeah, peace to y'all. Informagers here. The virtual audience on my phone. You know, everybody know Informager, YouTube. You know, Righteous Star there, making knowledge and wisdom born to us. We got Majestic here also with his gray outfit on. He doing his thing. And the God, introduce yourself.
God Intelligence.
I God Intelligent. You know, being tutored into the ways of utilizing the camera. In fact, I'm glad Infamous here. I know you did you go to the I'm gonna come back to your question too, God. I know we went on course a little bit, but did you go last week? Because I left early. Did you come to the 58th in Medina?
I didn't make it out.
Say no more. What I did though mention was how we need to technologically include and be taught. In fact, since you're in this class, I need to set up a time where you can come in this class and teach people the importance of why technology is important in that regard.
Right.
You know, because we in 2022, in the 21st century, different day and time. This is not 1961 or 62. This is 2022, right? The methodology of how we teach. I mean, the teachings are the same, but the way we illustrate and manifest it be different. You know, wisdom is the way. But I'm glad because your what would I call that?
Media? Or?
Media. Okay, the social media. Right. Has caused great education. You know, and enlightenment. Of course, people, because they look, have their view. I get shot at, me and Inf. Oh yeah, that's that right inside. People call me a dolphin and all kinds of shit. You know, I get it. You know, they're gonna do that, God. They're gonna throw rocks. They're gonna throw rocks. Yeah, they're gonna throw rocks. And I used to chase that, but you lose a lot of time doing that. Right? Yes, God, absolutely, because that's exactly what happens. You're gonna get that. Thank you. I thank your disagreement. Okay, you know. But so the God, he asked a very interesting question going back. So his question, he goes on the first degree in the 1 to 14. Just got it. So I quoted the degree to him. Why the devil is selling the best part of the planet Earth? The earth belongs to the wisdom of man, knowing the devil is weak and wicked, and we peace among us, we put him in the worst part, and we took the best part from himself. Ever since he made it. Peace. The best part. The best part's in Arabia, the holy city of Mecca. The color of Caucasian man is the devil. Arabia's in the far east and brought about in the ocean in the south. Okay? So the God's question, right, was, well, and they kind of got, I put up some words here from the degree, you know, worst part, knowledge, you know, certain things, because he kind of, his question was a little different though. His question was, and it is, well, I know the earth is the black woman, right? But the white woman, is she the earth? So she's the woman, right? Because I put down here also devil color family, and I put, you know, she's the best part, he's the worst part, right? So, yeah. So the question is, so first we have to define who the earth is, right? Let's define that, huh?
So that white woman ain't my earth.
Okay, all right, God, we know that. It's okay, God. I'll jump at the window. Yeah, he's right. No, he's correct, and I said it's gonna be harsh. So I'm viewing. Oh no, you talk anti-government pro-righteousness. You're not anti-white pro-black, but then you said that. Well, what deal? Why? See, the question: why did I say that? See, that's the question. Right? And can you prove that? Okay. So first, okay, Ms. Justice, if you sitting there with your gray outfit on, the earth is who?
The black woman.
Okay.
The planet.
Okay, the black woman. That's where we going. Okay. Any black woman?
Not cypher, no.
Okay. Why not?
She has not been enlightened to the world of God.
Close.
She's
Right.
not being taught.
What else though?
Huh?
What else?
She's not living our God. She's not living the culture of our God.
Okay. And she didn't also, yes, for the sake of argument, because I said this here. All right, so the earth independently assisting in the reproducing of the child. This is what makes it without fullest equality. Right?
You say independently or interdependently?
Interdependently.
Independently.
Thank you, God. Thank you. Interdependently. Right. Because the first age of the seed of life is to God. I'm giving you the seed. She's the bearer and receiver. So,
That's her natural order.
yes, with the first part, with the knowledge of self. With the knowledge of self, because like any woman can have a child, but in this case, we're talking about the reproducing of the understanding, the seeds, with the knowledge of self, right? So because we want healthy children, so the earth in her fullest equality, equitably showing and proving within her queendom that she has risen to this knowledge and wisdom, right? With the knowledge of self and also with the reproducing of the children.
Black seed.
Yeah. Seven sun, moon, and stars. With the 8 points. It's how me and her and the family is building in the name of arm, leg, arm, head. Right? This is the black, the brown, and the yellow seed. Right? So now people gonna say, wow, that was real racist of you. Right? In one end you're saying, peace God. Yeah, it's on one end you're saying that you're anti-white pro-black. You're not anti-white pro-black, that you're anti-Jewish pro-righteous, but then you excluded my woman from that. When there are women, white, who are wearing three-fourths. Yeah. White men, to my peace, my name is, but historically, sorry, even some of them is in this nation.
Yeah.
Okay? Give me the first question in the 1 to 10.
Who was the original man?
All right, give me the answer too.
The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe.
Peace. Give me the second question.
Who
Who's
is
the
it?
color man?
Yeah, who
Yeah.
color?
Oh.
Yeah,
No, you know him.
Who was the color man?
Yeah.
Student Roman?
Yes, sir.
Who's the color man?
Yeah.
The color man's Caucasian man or white man. Yahoo grabbed the double of the planet Earth.
Okay, when we talk about man, we're talking about family.
Yeah.
We can include her in that. So, we identify with the first degree, not the second. They identify with the second. Right? Now, what keeps them from perpetuating devilshment is I'm taking knowledge from those in this first degree and I'm making sure, okay, and you living a civilized life. I'm not gonna tell them you can't wear the three-fourths, right? But the black man, our men taught me this, right? So you're not gonna be the only one saying you God. Check this one. Listen to this very carefully, right? Man is God. Man is God. I had an argument with this one too. More importantly, the black man is supreme. Why? Well, black man is the original man.
Right.
You're the origin of all life.
Right.
So quite naturally, I'm squaring off land.
Right.
So when they went to Greece, they came to the footsteps. I'm looking for Inf then, right? But to get to Inf, who's our best knower, you got to get to the brother first. What's your name?
Bakari.
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 Yeah, good name. Bakari. I see Bakari first. Then Bakari said, okay, you pass the security test. Then you go see the God. Yeah, peace. All the way I'm getting knowledge. Then what I really want, I want from him. Then I see the God. They call these in the history books mystery systems. Although we don't teach mystery, but mystery was because of the navigation you had to go to get it. You just wasn't given to it so overtly.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why they called it that. We don't teach that. I mean, but I use the word because that's what, when you read history, that you'll come across that.
Right.
So I get the knowledge. Here's my point. in a nutshell. Go back to this uncivilized piece of land. Teach all the arts and sciences. Everything you taught me, I teach there, and make that part the most powerfulest European civilization, southern Mediterranean border, Greece. In fact, that particular area, the island Crete, which is right next door to Pelon, which is where the devil was manufactured.
Right.
So he comes back years later. But what do? Who was the colored man? You commit devilshment. You don't take the knowledge. You can say you God in your area. We the true and living God. Always have been, always will be. And our temple walls said that. Know thyself. Right?
Right.
You know, we building, step pyramids and all this stuff here. You and your woman. And you use your women, fast forward, to lure men on your slave ships. How about that one? Right? Now, people in this day and time would say, well, listen, man, okay. And in fact, we had a white man, he wasn't here though. White man came in, he could curse. Man, listen, man, I got you. Peace to the gods. White man, yeah, I know who people are. But I came in, and peace to, I come here nonetheless, and in understanding that. But I have to teach them this. You have to understand your place. Right. No question. I'll give it to you. Yeah, you can get it. Right. You want to study? Let me see. It's going to take you. I'm not. I just don't give you lessons because you say, "Oh, I love you, Inf Maker. I love what you did. Give me 120." No, I don't go like that. You got to keep coming. Right. Let me see where your dedication lies. Right? Yo, you want me to do this to you? Here, here's the whole set of 120 because you said. I felt it. I felt it. Yeah, he said he wanted it. Let me give you a whole set. No. That's how we teach that. That's how you get that out.
Examination, right?
Which is my little, this is my beef now. Not beef, my argument with the technology, social media. Right now. Because you can get it. See, because where we are now, you can go, so my argument going back, is, this is good. Right? But people, see, this is where we are now. Like we're not, you get a phone, like I told you before, you can clap your hands now. Phone on. Google, PDF, 5% lessons, 120. Print. That's where we are now. Okay, now that's, and most people, right, not most, some people, well, most people who don't know, let me attach that to it, that don't know, say, oh yeah, how you doing? Oh yeah, what's your name? I'm on a bus, train, whatever. Yeah, my name is so-and-so. I had a few infinites. Yes. Yeah, I had to tell them, no, you're not. Your name is Bob. Now, no disrespect. Had a few of them. He's God named Law Infinite. His name is Informaker. Right? Yeah, he said, peace, God. Be sitting there. So he saw the flag. Peace. I said, okay, I like that. I'm from that school. Right. He shouted that out. He must know something. Right. I said, yeah, peace, God, peace. How you doing? Said, yeah, man, So I'm, we going at it. So he says, what's your name? My name's Inf. No, Inf. Well, that's shortening kills. So, if that's Inf or Infinite? All right, infinite what? The only one that's infinite is Allah. So if you're giving that name, somebody gave it to you through this knowledge and wisdom. Your mom and them did, because he said, no, I got to do, He said, so I said, okay, where'd you get it? No, I was following people online, and I was acknowledging this brother, that brother, and I know. Okay, no, listen, I'm not a disagreement if there's a face to it. Right. I'm in communication. Right. See, but none of that. Oh, no. Did you fast? No. Oh, no. So you can't. I said, first of all, check this one in. A good name better than gold. How? I'm sorry, people listening now. What's this here? I said, how are you infinite? Yeah, put you. That's right. Listen, I'm on the bus right now with people from massive mindsets. Some people putting their hands over their ears because they trying to hear it.
Yeah.
Some people like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
I disagree. Some people like, okay, let me hear. Whatever the case may be, you need to prove how you're the God. Moreover, how you're infinite.
Right.
How's that?
Right.
There's the beginning and end of you, ain't it? You know, see, you wasn't never told me that. But but then I said, listen, you start from scratch. Come to the school. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm being nice, because you may run to these two men with that name. They may not take lightly to the fact that you taking their name and you haven't went through what they went through with that.
Right.
And you have to study. You have to study
Fast,
the whole day. Yeah, well, but that's part of study,
Yeah.
right? So now, so that's why I said that but it's beautiful. I get it, right? But I get how sometimes most often it can bend the forces, right? Because I'm not going through appropriate channels, right? To get the knowledge, right? And then when I get that questions like that you ask, going back to the God's question. So to go back to your question, no, she can't be.
Right.
The worst, because she's the worst part. Sorry. Sorry, I know, y'all. Sorry. That's like the white man who, he sincerely, listen, Azrael, beautiful example. Azrael was one of the first, I would say white, because Allah taught Lindsay. Right? He wasn't just, he didn't just give him the flag and he went in there because your liaison with me, Lindsay took to some of the signs we were talking about, and I researched this, literally, with some lower cabinet members that were councilmen, family members actually, of people. I'll bring that next class, the names, and, to whom, so you could cite it.
Okay.
My thing is like, so I'm not running my mouth. Right. He went to the halls of government when Allah taught him. Allah taught me this. I researched that. And he was, the 5%? No, they ain't they ain't talking like the Panthers talking. They ain't talking about Kill Whitey. And, the Panthers wasn't talking that either. But, with the government, they talking about the knowledge of self. They want schools, they want to do this, they want to do that. Some people that were part of that government that lived in the Bronx were like, nah, bring that shit up here. He said, man, I'm sending you to jail. Burt Roberts, actually. The judge out of there back in the days.
And then he told me what Burton Roberts told him. That Burton Roberts told him at that party that he could be Allah in New York County, in Kings County, and in Queens County. But if he come up to Bronx teaching people that he is Allah, he gonna have his black ass put in jail. And the father told me that night.
You bring that up here, if I catch any one of you in my courtroom, you're done. Why? Who's the rich man, who's the colored man? The line is drawn. Right. I don't want to hear that. Right. So, but while in Mattawan, Azrael's name is John Kennedy too. Right? That was his honorable name. Yeah. Right? He's strapping. Law intervenes and kinds of breaks that up. Later on, he goes by, he said, the law asked him, you know who I am? So Azrael says to him, oh, you must be God. The father reciprocates and says, oh, you're a righteous man. But he takes this knowledge and wisdom. He takes the actual name Azrael, which is the name of the devil. But his name implied that I have the knowledge of both good and evil. And I'm able to make this determination, right? Like what's good, if you truly manifesting the equality of Almighty God or not, right? Because who better than me, right? And I too can take the equality of Allah and then go to places that you're not gonna go, right? Because you're not going then Howard Beach and Bensonhurst and
Graveston.
Okay, yeah, those areas. Okay, yes.
Italy.
Yeah, right? And talking about, whatever. But he's able to assimilate among them and make knowledge born. Right? Not taken from what you're teaching, but the barrier is the melanin in your skin. He's black. What you doing in my neighborhood, nigga? Yeah, that's how it go. That's what then. So it goes like that. Now, I'm a little more subtle, but yeah. So, but he understood my place.
Right.
Right? I understood he understood his place. Like, look, he was among the family. Right? But, I had long conversations with him to setting down this. Look, here's my argument. Right? Like, you got to cook food, piece of your history. Right? Big buck, this one, you came before I did. Yeah, you sure did. But check this one in. Then we had to go into that, the garden devil thing. Right? So, Ramel last Sunday, and I agree with it. And I'll conclude. I don't want to go too far from your question. Your question. Because who was the original man? Then later on in the degree it says, what? First degree, first letter, first word. What? What is the real devil? Now there's, the wording kind of changed a little bit. So we have any man. I have a man made weak and wicked. Or any grafted live germ from the original was devil. Right? So, then some people run with the any man because of the original man being first. Yes, he set in motion later on what would become. If you went to this bill in the yard, so 5 parts to this. So God, let me ask you a question. No disrespect. Black man. Where do you find, in what degree do you find yourself? The first degree or the second degree? Right? I see him in the first degree. Where are you in that? Right? You got to go here first before we talk this sweet party purebred. We are the well kumbaya. All right? But originally, he's not a devil. I'm not placing him in that degree. You're responsible for that happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the degree could map that out.
Right.
Right? It was foreseen that Yaqub was going to do this among the dissatisfied. Why? Because y'all continue to keep doing this thing here.
Right.
So he while you doing all this here go this little young boy playing with 2 pieces of steel right in your face. And then he discovered the piece with the magnetic, and these 2 pieces, one piece with and one piece without. Right. And then learns later on we take it different places with the 2 pieces, right?
Polarity.
And then that too. And then come to find out, he makes this devil who's born from the black and brown genes, literally. Right. People laughed at Elijah Muhammad and them back in 1934. Allah, everybody who was from this particular school of thought, Elijah Muhammad, Allah, you, him, right? You sound stupid. Ain't no human being coming, not like that, not being cloned. We wasn't even using the word clone then. Then later on, until the test tube baby came. Right. Then later on, they started learning. Then the colored man come out. Look, man, we go genetically modify the food. We all go to clone stem cells. Right. See? Right. Then people like, wait a minute. This dude over here on Davidson Avenue was talking about the black man this and the white man that, and they came from wait, there's science that relates to this. Right, first of all, one of them Mendel's book of biology. The dominant recessive plants and genes. The dominant and recessive genes in plants. Right. And then later on, this other, you cloning. So, I can see how this happening. I can't, some people will still argue that. Right? Then we go, here come Allah. Going back to your question now. He teaching. Well, I'm not going to get foggy with hate whitey. We're not doing that. Right. We're teaching all human families. Somebody come to you want it, give it to him, son. But he didn't negate study your history and understand who it is you're teaching also. Right. Teach it right. Right. But I'm not teaching you can't come to my class. You come in, although God, raise my hand. When we was coming up, yes, man. I wish you would try to me right. We can help you. Yeah, I want to know. Go get him. Yeah, get out. I did. Yeah, because we didn't know. Right. Some things you had to unlearn. Right. But and that largely came from what we studied, and we're moving subjectively. I'm moving from here, from emotion. I'm not moving from let me think objectively. Yeah, I'm not looking. You know, okay, bet I see that, but okay, but what is it? Why do you want it?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, again, there's no greater love, first of all, God, than the love of your brother, your woman, and your children.
Right.
You belong to her, black, brown, and yellow, and she belongs to you, black, brown, and yellow. Why not? Because you don't need to be putting your seed and no one outside the realm of that.
Right.
17 million plus the 2 million Indians. Make a total of 19 all over the planet Earth, 4,400,000,000. That's all of us.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So you work independently with the woman. Right. You know, to continue the proliferation of you.
Right.
I don't want to go outside because and I'm not mad at them. I'm Crown Heights, the Jewish community. Like, you got these women. No, don't look over here. Don't do that.
Right. Right.
You know, and he's not doing that, protecting the interests of his family.
Right.
Not hating you, but listen, man. Why do you know? Okay, some people throw the lighter, kumbaya, and you know, love is where you find it. Okay, but when you got the knowledge of self and you understand your relationship to the universe historically, to my family, then I understand why I'm making this statement. And another thing too, God, which is very a very good point I need to make too to you, to general. Because a lot of times, man, I made statements. I mean, some of us did when we was coming up. Because we got it raw.
Right.
Black men's God, whatever, you know, we didn't, you know, like I told you before, my famous build is, you know, how I kicked the church door, steps in. I told you my sister was here. She was there, she confirmed it.
Right,
you know.
right.
Because God given it to me, yeah, God's black men's God. But BAM! Black men's God! It's my house. Why you coming to my house like that?
Right.
You take black man's God, right man's devil. Ah, you don't need to miss me, God. Right. Now, check this out. So somebody wise says, okay, son, I got you. Come here for a minute. Prove that. Prove you God. Prove that, little man. You can't even wipe your nose correctly. You coming to me talking about an older man or woman talking about you God. God or what? What time your mama said go home? 7 o'clock. Then how you the God? Yeah, they don't hit me in the head like that. God or what? Do this. I'll be all. Let me throw my hand up. I can't almost went there. I said, wait, can I do that? Yeah. Because I didn't know shit, God. Or I know that I was thirsty for the knowledge. Right. You know what I mean? And then God had to tell me, one, God, listen, man, that's not what we do. Right. And then I had to learn, you know. So then when I got it, my brother, well, reading, period, God, is fundamental.
Right.
Fun to the mental, right? So then I learned, let me learn rhetoric here. And rhetorically, how do I come across to people? How do I speak? First of all, if I'm reading, if I'm saying, what do I mean? In fact, we're going to disagree. Who is the original man? Man, ask God, man. You run around and dropping all this science and history. God, help me out, God. Me some books, man. God, read this, read that, do this. Okay, bet. Now my build is more comprehensive.
Right.
So now when somebody comes to me with a question like that, that's hate. Didn't you? I thought you said the Bible said that they were anti-establishment, pro-white, not anti-white, pro-black.
Right.
So why would you say the woman, my woman, couldn't be the earth? Why can't she be X, Y, Z? Okay, well, no problem. Okay, you want to know? Really? Okay, well, here, this is what you need to read. Then you get back to me.
Well, yeah, I know, God, because
Yeah, you can. Yeah, please.
About his earth. That's not my earth. I mean, because would you advocate? Would you advocate a Caucasian man getting with an original woman? You know, that's his woman.
Right.
That's his woman. That's his earth. I'm like, hey, that's him. To him.
That's his woman.
That's not for me.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that was God's question on back.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just
okay, that was the question. No, right. So you're giving you another kind of, because we live in different places. Yeah. So right. So, which is why God. Let me say, put this up here too. This is very important too. I'm sorry. I'll come back to this. This is important. This is why I do what I do. This is why I put this up here. I'm not saying that you have to say this. This is just my perspective.
Right.
120 is a what, God? What do I say? Not what is universally, but the God will give you his perspective, which would be in conjunction. But what do I normally say 120 is?
The map.
Right.
Navigating through life.
Right. But in this case, right, like a map, you need to read it, right?
Right.
Well, you're right, like you're also navigating through life. But so you can't read and take 120 on face value neither.
Right.
You can't take the allegorical. There's nothing allegorical in that. I just use that because that's what you refer to when you talk about the Bible.
Right.
But like that, why isn't the devil, see the God said, why isn't the devil still on the best part of the planet Earth, the first degree, and the 1 to 14? Right. You know, so, and yes, it talks about, see, that history, geographically, this part, that part,
Right.
this part is further, that part is not. But in a deeper, okay, and I know where they're going with that, because that degree kind of complements another degree you'll come to, another long degree, fourth degree. Mm-hmm. Why we Yakub's made devil from the root of civilization? How do we dedicate this agent now call you? The question's long. Take you about 20 minutes to quote. No, I'm sorry, no. But then the answer. But so it goes into why we cast them out of our home. Right? Yeah, we can't, because you're the worst part. We bringing you in. What did you do? You caused devilment.
Right.
Oh, listen. We dropping on you. Because I didn't read the map correctly. When somebody asked me that question, I couldn't comprehensively give it to him, other than what I read. Oh no, he came among the original men. What day and time is this? What people are you referring to? Who? Where? What happened? Why'd you let them in there?
Right.
All right. More importantly, other than 120, is there any other sources to substantiate what you're saying? I said, wow. So let me go back. Right? And you read. Right, because you just reading, you giving it to me that off its surface. You give me the knowledge and wisdom. You didn't give me the
understanding.
Right, which is drawn up from that.
Right.
You know, you got it. That's why I always put up here. The first thing you do, any 5% does first. You better do this. You better do this first. You better retain it.
Right.
You better and you know what I mean by retain, Bakari?
Yeah.
What do I mean by retain?
To remember.
Yes, black man. Thank you. I'll get my man. He gets it too. Hold, it means to hold. Yes, he's correct. But you correct, Bakawi. That's right.
That's really good.
Yes, to put on brain.
Right.
Because yes.
And the only way to retain is to study.
Okay. Yes. Because you need I can't agree more. Right. Now when you putting all this on brain, that doesn't stop there. Right. That was just to put your journey didn't start yet.
Right.
We just get you ready for the journey.
Right.
I had and still to this day, massive books to read.
Right.
Because learning never stops. Right.
I would consider that the foundation. That's the 120s.
It's the foundation. Yeah. Having complete knowledge and wisdom of the cipher. Right. Which is everything in the universe. I'm not going to be strong, and that's another thing I had to understand. I'm not going to be strong in my house. I just how I learned this, and weak in someone else's. So I see the God, I'm picking on the God here. Infinite, talking to the Muslims. Hey, Assalamu alaikum, brother. Yeah, Prophet Muhammad said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. What? I thought he was the God. I did this to me, my hand. The God wanted to talk that Muslim stuff. No, he didn't. The God understood. In order for them to understand who I am, I gotta speak their language too.
Right.
Can't be strong in my house and weak and don't know how to greet you.
Right.
Praise the Lord, brother. Oh, hey, brother Infinite. How you doing? We got a food drive today. Okay, I'll be over there. Yeah, come on in. Yeah. Some people say, yeah, he one of them 5%ers. And Infinite said, yes, I am. Sure enough. I assume by the facial expression, you're in great disagreement with what we teach, yes. However, don't say in your book, in my father's house, there's many mansions. In my father's mansion, there's many mansions. Right? How do you know that? Well, according to our degree, we made the whole Quran the Bible. How long ago? Can you tell us why it's only 25,000 years? I learned that by being bombed one time in prison by a Christian who knew this degree better than I did. I learned that immediately. I learned that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because what happened was, so he asked me that question. I dropped that on you before. What degree you on now?
I'm going to decipher 1 to 4.
Okay. Sound travel is how fast?
1,120 feet a second.
You know your lessons, huh? You know your lessons, brother? Okay. All right. So that's good. No question. However, what I was going to say, it travels that rate, meaning that 120, what we teach, has been taught for so long in the communities that people who are unlike you know this quite well. Quite well. Some better than I did. Because I'm in a cycle like this here. Razzling, dazzling people. Yeah, the Bible ain't shit. Yeah. I mean, you thought I was in church. Yeah, God, that's right, Lord Shaw. You're the God. Yeah. Down with the Bible. Which is actually true in a sense, but what you about to say, King? Say, man, it's good, man. You know, in that environment, well, period, coming among the gods.
Would you say Malawan?
No, that wasn't Manawan, no. That was there, God damn. I was in prison, but I wasn't in Manawan. No, that's a lie. I was there. I was a fish kid. I was there. I was a fish kid after. Yeah, because fish kid was Manawan. But that's not where I was at. It was in another correctional facility. But you were on point, though. So, anyway, because I don't want nobody to miss the school. No, I didn't walk with father. I wasn't there with him, and all that, you know. But, so the brother said, excuse me, bro, I'm probably for disturbing you. He said, I know it's really going at the Bible, man. You know, whatever. He said, yeah. Peace, God, peace. You know? So he said, man, he asked me, he said, man, he said, ain't your first degree, say, who made Hokum on the Bible, how long ago? And can you tell us why it's from Islam, and it's 25,000 years?
This is Christian, right, God?
Yeah. You know, he said, who made Hokum on the Bible? So he's a black man who's the law. So why would you curse the very book you created? She's like, oh. So now the people listening said, they lost that one. So I was like, you know, yeah. So then I had to go to back to study, right? And what I meant to say was, no, I was right, but prove what you're saying. Right. What do you mean? What do you mean when you say Holy Come on the Bible? Right. Coming back to the God's question, early question God asked in Compliment Infomega. So in this sense, right? So in this sense, when we're reading the first degree in the 1 to 14, right? Why the devil still on the best part of the planet Earth? And that question comes up, right? That's very simple. Simplicity sometimes is the highest form of understanding. We keep it simple.
Right.
So listen. Would you plant your seed in this white woman? No. Would you want her to plant? Would you want her? Would you go after her like he go after you, like after him? No, okay. That's where we're going with that. Right. Do you her man? This is you and your woman. Why isn't devil still the best part? Hey, but I mean to go further. But devil also meaning anything that's contrary to what you're teaching in that home. Because make no mistake, I'm after you, I'm after your woman, and I'm after your child. Like, well, why you wearing these 3/4? Like, why you, would you Muslim? No, not Muslim, no. You know what I mean? So, and then not allowing nobody to influence her. Right? Because the earth belongs to your woman, belongs to you, and knowing, right, you having knowledge, knowing that wickedness is around, the devil's weak and wicked, and there wouldn't be any peace among them. No peace among me. No, because I'm not about peace. I'm the opposite of that. I'm so listen. See, you quoting a degree. Why they call me colored? Because I have the ability to make it look like I'm with you and I'm not. I make falsehood look. I make falsehood look fair seeming. I make the truth like a lie and lie like a truth.
Very attractive.
Yeah, probably God. You know what I mean? Right. So, in that sense, right, what's another degree? Why does the devil keep our people apart from their own social equality? Because I don't want you to know how filthy I am in all my affairs. Because once you learned about me, you'll want me from among you. Social means to advocate a group of men in society with one common cause. Equality means to be equal in everything. I don't want you to know. Prince of Law taught me this.
Prince of Love?
Yeah, firstborn prince. Yeah. So third of the nine. So he said, a lot of times, man, because people externally, especially the devil, books brother suits and he's speaking, how you doing, hey, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? Okay, he comes across well. Oh, he's a civilized man. Okay. That's the remnants of civilization, the basics. That don't mean he's civilized, because when you come inside door here, right, and you see how he really lives, what he's really about, you want him among you. Oh, you filthy. Wow. All the while I thought that because, you had this tie on, you was, hey, sincere, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, brother? Vote for me, I got you. I love what you're teaching. Peace to Allah, and it's 5%. I know what to say to get to you, like you know what to say to get to me. Our missions is different. You are building, I'm destroying. That's right. And he's not, and he's expertly, professionally, and he's nice with it. He's nice with his nonsense.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, having said that, so right, I had this conversation too on another note with a set of Jewish gentlemen. The hat in so me and Crown Heights, we sitting there on the back. How you doing? So somehow or another we got to, we talked about the neighborhood. That's how it started. Right? How you doing? That's how it started. Okay, I'm all right. Then we looking at, I see, we're watching black people with the Star of David. But some of them, the dreads.
Right.
Wine, brother. You know what I mean? Then you have some the Jewish people, they walk with me and say, it's shalom. Right. Right? So you see the contrast of culture. Right? Right? One's telling you, I'm the original Jew, Right. So I'm sitting there, so somehow we got to this. So we get to that, well, you could be Jewish. I said, but the original Jews were the Falashas out of Ethiopia. Yeah, that's what original, and I said, fact, don't even read history yet. Your own people, you look like you say it out their mouth. Yes, this is his home. He's the original inhabitant of this land. Right. They come from here, they blah, but yeah. Then you could read whatever other books that historically confirm where we come from. Right? So then you went here. But we're binded by, I knew this was coming too. We're binded, me and him, by oppression. So okay, I get you, because the Holocaust, and then slavery. Right. I said, I agree to that in a very minuscule level. Very small level. Right. So he looked at me, facial expression like, damn, why would you say that? Well, that's unfortunate. What happened, what the Germans did the Nazis did to the Jewish population. Right. But the diametric, no comparison was one, first of all, and you was made a slave too. Yeah, you were slaves. You were slaves. In fact, there's a slavery that you went through that was far surpassed the 1555 I'm talking about. But the difference is, in all those instances, you were able to walk in a Jew and walk out. We were traumatically, language was taken and beaten from our brain. So we could not identify verbatimly who we were, which means if you took the language that I no longer look at infinite or the God Savior as my brother Bakari. I'm just walking because you took that. That's gone from here.
Right.
There's no messages from the neuron transmitters of my brain telling me, yo, you the king, man. In fact, the brain is telling me now, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Nigga, your name is Joe. Don't do that. Don't even, all that, you Infomega, you Prince, and you Allah Shah, don't do that. Your name is Kenny, Bob, Mike. That's what your master named you. And that's what we went through all our life. And in the annals of human history, no one comes, and they're, no disrespect, and I'm not trying to, I am, no, that's a lie. In the annals of human history, no one comes close to the pain that we went through. Yeah, you've been beaten and dogs and lions sicked on you, and we can go back much further, but you wasn't stripped of your culture. You were just made the slave to serve me, just be subservient. I didn't say your name is Majestic. No, you're not. See, check this one in. They talk about the first slaves came over in 1619, right? Yes. Historically, that's true. But check this one in. When those first 20 came over here, you didn't go through the 64 years from this point to that point. What happened on these islands, on the Caribbean? What was you doing to my people there? Right. See, because they got through ships. Some of them, okay, yeah, I already know. Some of them, yeah. Some of them come up with chains. Okay, listen, all right. We will allow you to work for 25 years here. Right? We'll allow you to work for 25 years, and we'll free you. But you're gonna work from bone marrow and the sun up to bone marrow and when it go down. If you could survive this shit we gonna do to you. First of all, we're accepting that because you just came off this ship no longer being who you are. I stripped you of that knowledge. Okay, 136, my uncle does not speak his own language. 5th degree, my uncle doesn't know he's my uncle. Wow. Why does he like the devil? Because you should strip me. I had no choice. I better like you. See, sometimes people like, Imp my man. No, only reason I'm saying that, because Imp's that dude. Imp hand game is nice. Imp ain't playing. And hurting people. I better say I like him, because I'm not trying to combat that. Yeah, hey brother, how you feeling? Yeah. You know, I just had a little, I don't want to go, but I had a little minor incident. Not incident. Minor skirmish with a brother here. 85%. How old are you, nigga? No, he said nigga. How old are you? Right? Because you want to eat in front of the property. Oh, no problem. I just want to know who you are. I have a right to know that. Right. So I said, I'm not, okay, you put water on fire. Okay, but how old are you? Hey, you act like you enjoy your food, brother. So I just want to know who you are. You know what I mean? Yeah, we later on, because you don't know. You didn't know. You ain't know. Yeah, I got you, brother. No problem. Enjoy your food. I know you thought you were by, so that didn't mean nothing to me. I chopped down bigger trees than you. But we're civilized people. And I meant what I said, peace is the absence of all confusion. Right? Power equality, Allah see everything. I'm not fooled neither. Because I present peace to you don't mean I'm a sucker. Right. Peace, brother, how you be? Oh yeah, he's saying peace. He must be one of them lambs coming to slaughter. Yeah, all right. Your mama gonna be asking you next month where you at. Right. You know? So, but that's but fear, that's what I meant. That's where I'm going. Right. All right, he asked the devil because the devil gives him nothing. Why is he the devil? Because the devil planned to fear him when he was what? Okay, without you asking this question, do anybody know what boy mean? Wait, okay, yeah.
Boy equals slave.
Close. Okay, you clicking a little bit. So you got your hand up?
No.
Oh.
Well, I was taught here.
Okay.
born in the cycle, we don't know why.
Right. One was born in the cypher without knowing why. For the boy is. Grown ass men, boys.
Grown.
Born in the cypher without knowing why. Right. So, but Bakabi's correct too. Right. And you said, what did you say again?
Boy equals slave.
Slave. Yeah, in the sense that I'm a slave to not understand the attributes of manhood. Or want to grow into that. And then I'm dancing to the beat of someone else's drum. Right? Fear. Right. So now, why do you feel now he's a big man? They were talking about eat the wrong foods. What's the wrong foods?
Wrong food.
Yeah.
The wrong foods to me would be.
Okay. Yeah, to you, yes.
Yes. The wrong foods would be to me is religion. You know, religion. Things of like trick knowledge, things that we take in the mind. That's not original. You know, things of that's not you.
All right, okay. Yes. One of the famous go-tos is the 10th degree, I'm sorry,
Right.
in the 1 to 10. Because, we have degrees that complement one another. And that's kind of like where you went.
Right, I did, right.
Right. Buddhism and Christianity.
Right.
Okay, yeah. But the wrong foods also was the fear. Aren't you a big man? No, you're not. You're a fucking boy. That's what you are. And why are you a boy? Because I took the language from you, and you don't know he's your brother, right? Then you like me out of fear. And you've grown as a child into a man in that fear. You, your woman, and your children.
You remain a boy.
Right? Yes, God. I'm not denying, negating. Yes, God, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, that too. Right? You better love this white baby Jesus and this bullshit I'm hitting you in the head with. Yeah, you better talk about I better not hear you do this shit. I hear that shit. I know something wrong. Oh, you're starting that stuff. Yeah, okay, it's okay. No, you kind of did that wrong. You ain't got no rhythm. I can tell he still got you. Stop. No, stop. Okay, so all right. So going back to the God's question. I get it. Going to the gentleman's question, right? So in essence, and then what we was talking about earlier. So I was telling this to the Jewish gentleman. You could be Jewish. He was just Jewish first. Why is that important? Well, you and your people wrote history. And history was written from the mind of the Conqueror. So you didn't write it with me in favor.
Right.
You wrote it, this is what we did. Right. Alexander civilized the known world. No, he didn't. Right. Napoleon did this and Columbus did that. Right. Because you're writing history. Yes, sir.
Question for you. What's your thoughts on black Jews? There's black Jews out there.
Yes. Well, first of all, I just said that the original Jews were a group of black people called the philosophers that come out of Ethiopia.
I missed that. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Right. Okay, let me ask you a question. I answer that question. And I know you're a smart man. You're going to answer this one real quick. And this question is actually a compliment. What is a dumb question?
A question I asked.
Right. There you go. My man Bukhari. You asked a question. You didn't know. That's okay. Right. You didn't know. And even if you do hear it, sometimes people in this classroom may say something. And I have to go back. Look, what did you say? Or reiterate. So that's okay, bro. That's right. The philosophers of Ethiopia. They were one of the first ones. Jewish, and then Jewish, it was a title that was given to people. It's etymology. We talked about that last week in class. Etymology means history where words derive from. So I'm going to do some homework on that too. I got some homework. Thank you. See? And I'm going to tell you why a question asked not a dumb question. Because you teach, you reciprocate teaching. Because see how you ask the question, and now, from what we're just talking about, I said, man, before I proceed further, you and I both, you be here next week?
I have to see.
That's okay. You got my number, right? So what you do,
And I apologize for calling you.
Stop. That's not right. That's not why we're here. We're here to teach. We ain't got to do all that. We ain't got to do all that. We here.
Okay.
You got to stop it, man. Please. So, now, so you and I both, I need to get back into that. But to answer your question first is, and that's homework for me too, is we need to research who were the philosophers, right? And then we'll take it from there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. That's my homework. Because, see, I'm not going to sit here and beat you in the head with half-truths. That's worse than the whole lie. Yeah. Yeah, peace, God. Yeah.
About the word Jew and Jewish.
Okay, God, go.
Right? Now I've heard brothers say that, the black man is the original Jew, and then the Caucasian man is Jewish, kind of like the ish.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Right.
So I'm just wanted to just add that on and ask like how do you see that?
Well, I mean, peace, God. You come back. You can see it. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So first, why we won Jerusalem from the devil and how long ago?
Why we took, not why we ran.
Right.
You just said ran.
Well, why we take Jerusalem from the devil? He's right. God's been correct. Thank you. See, I was telling you about thank you, man. Thank you. See, what I told you earlier? Yeah, here you go. See, so thank you, God. Right? Why we take it? Right, now we ran, then we took it. So the history of that question goes into that too. First of all, the issue Jewish. Well, I mean, that's kind of like, one, we know that the original, that's the home of the original man. Right. So we squared off land for you. It wasn't until centuries later, you coming out of Europe, settling in this land. Right? Right? You settled here, and then now you through your little wars and whatever too. Right? Because again, I would tell you, even with them, it was that. Because you read the history, they came that way too.
Right.
Kicked you out of Europe. Right? Where do we go? We just go over here. Right? In fact, I forgot. In the town of Farrakhan dropped this, which is true too. They were visiting in the town of Jericho, right?
Wait, you mean Farrakhan?
Okay, so there was a black man, right, sitting there, with the robes and everything on. So he's just sitting there, sitting on the side of this house or whatever. So they touring this land. So he asked, I think a black or white tour guide about the black man. Well, according to your image, you the Jews supposed to be white, and this is their homeland. Tour guide said, man, I never known a time when they wasn't here. Right, the black man. So he gave it to him. I never know a time in Jericho where they just was his home. I never know the time. And then he kind of gives him and compliments the history that I was talking about the philosophers, how they originally came there. You know what I mean? All that they are the original Jews, right? But again, that name, a designation. In fact, God, to identify a black man, actually, going back, I'm kind of compliment, the Cushites. So they call it Cush. You know what I mean? That's in that particular, coming out of that particular land, that particular area. But that name is found in other parts outside of Ethiopia, Egypt, and northern parts of the homeland. You in Palestine, and other places where these books supposedly was written at geographically. I seen this man walk down there with the crown on. What was he? He black. He's Cushite, Abyssinian. This is how you identify. You call him a black man. In fact, some of Noah's children, I believe, were called, in fact, Cush or Cushite. So you see the God's question, God's question between Jewish and Jew and Jewish. These are names titles that people had given to you. You know what I mean? Sometimes because that's just how I named it. But then I take, see, this is how the God look. God's crown, until he look, coming, live in his homeland, but then later on, either through I amalgamate, I come over and simulate his woman, or I come in the land, you know what I mean? And I start, they start looking white. And then again also, because I'm writing the history, I write him out. Right. You hear the name, and because you're studying, you associate the name. But hold up, man. According to this name, it's associated with him, not you. Right. So where are we going with that? So I got some more homework. Jewish. Another good book too, between the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. Right. Yeah, no question. They didn't want that one. Listen.
Book 1 and 2.
Yeah.
2 is a little easier.
Yeah, 2 volumes of that?
So one book.
So the secret relationship between Jews 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The first book, the secret history between blacks and Jews.
Secret relationship.
Secret relationship between blacks and Jews. And the other book was what?
No, the same one.
Same
Volume
one.
1 and 2.
It's volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's by Farrakhan. And he cites authorities and that. It's good when you read something, like what is the person telling you in the book?
Right.
Right? Like, okay, where does he get his information from?
Right.
Like next time I see you again, I come in this class, I'm gonna give you some information about the philosophers, where they originally lived, and that whole dynamic. The Jewish, that's important. Jewish, Jewish. That implies Jewish only applies that you're designating, right? The ish implies you're designating the name to these people or this thing. Right. Well, that's the Jewish way they do this. Oh, this is Jewish, right? The ish implies that this is the name designated to the person who's identifying as a Jew. Now, the question is, first, my whole thing, where did you originally get this name from? 2, who who was it originally assigned to? How'd you come across it? So I got a lot of work to do here. Still, I got to go back into the lab, right? But again, my thing is,
And go to like the whole thing with Judea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's a little. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
To study, I'm thinking about that too.
Yeah. Absolutely. All those things are relative. Yeah. Right. Because then when you speak and you make the argument, information is power. Right. It is. Because that's how I'm a bad mamma jamma, and brothers like me are, because I had to learn the hard way. Yeah. I ran up on you. Yeah, I'm telling you now, you a bootlicker. He said that dude sit there and like, okay, you were Uncle Tom. You ain't the bitch a black man. Look my flag. He said, okay, so let me know when you finish. All right, when are you going to begin to explain?
You mean this slide?
Okay, stop. You got to listen. Okay, when are you going to explain? Right?
Yes.
No, I'm you're the one who's debating you. Your enemy is asking, okay, I heard you. You don't like me. I'm black. Yes, sir.
What's that mathematics?
Okay, so you're not focused. You're not focused at all. Because I'm teaching the class and you come in there, what's the day of mathematics? Actually, if you acknowledge the power, you'll see the truth. Huh? You get me? Did I give it to you? Mm-hmm. How did I give it to you?
No, power is the truth.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back, God. I got you. But don't do that, God, when I'm talking, though.
Okay.
I got you. I understand, there's a time and place for that. I got you. So, the question was, so after you finished telling me I'm a bootlicker, I'm Uncle Tom, and I'm not the original man, and I love the white man, when are you going to give me your argument? Because all you did was insult me. You haven't proved anything, jailhouse individual historian. I'm free, you're not. You just got the poor man. Let me cut you up at the past. Yes, I know Malcolm X said that prison is the poor man's university. Oh, but I'm free. I didn't hurt my people. How much of a bootlicker am I? Right, yeah, just do Yeah. But no. But his arguments to combat anything that had to do with consciousness well, you had to come from an affirmative and a sound position. Yeah, you had to comprehensively, or don't come at all. Right. Because you look at many instances I had to be, even among my own brothers. The famous question, I didn't want to go there, but the black woman, there used to be a science, a time, brother said the black woman had no mind. Yeah, wow, that was crazy. Black woman had no brain, had no mind. Right. She's not the mind because the mind is God and she can't be God. That was, God, that was so, wow. People was running with that.
I remember that.
Right, people was running with that. She can't be the mind. She has to exercise the mind and hand with the, dressed up as the God. Yeah, what you talking about? Like, wow, what a cruel insult.
Yeah.
She don't think without you. Come on, right. So, but then had to unlearn that. Well, she's not God, and she's not a goddess. Had an argument with that one. I'll crush that in a minute. In one clip, our queen asked me why I'm not a god. I said, that's what your God want to call you. Okay. But you're not going to espouse that here. Yeah. Why? Not a problem. Okay, then I'm going to move on. Back to what I'm saying. All right, somebody help me. Spell goddess.
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 Goddess. Goddess.
Okay. Prefix is God.
Right.
God is who?
God is hyper divine.
God is who?
The original man.
The original
Black man.
Man, right.
Black man.
He's a black man, okay. The suffix, which comes in the back, gives the feminine. To suggest now that, okay, well, I'm God in the feminine power.
Yeah.
Right? Suffix, prefix, suffix. Right? Now, listen. But you can't get to the suffix without the
God.
prefix. You're not that. Let's stay in your lane. Pete, I know some women hearing this right now. Woo! Guns blazing. Lost on now, Cypher! No, because, now let's listen. Because you don't listen, you listen from an emotional point of view. No one's negating the fact that knowledge and wisdom go hand in hand. Man and woman. Right? Why isn't, going back to your question now, the devil selling the best part of the planet Earth? Because the earth belongs to me. Who is the earth? The one who's risen to the fullest equality. Equality in this sense means what? One who can equitably manifest the knowledge and wisdom. Right. And make sure that everything is right and exact.
In order,
That's her position. Right? Okay. Brother said he played chess. Right. The powerfulest piece on the board is
King.
yes. Although the queen moves all over the board.
All over.
Queen.
Right.
Queen.
No, the king.
Oh, the king.
Because you knock the king off, the game is over.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Right.
Somebody.
Continue.
But now she's a powerful piece moving on that board. Yeah. Because she moves all over. Your pawn could be a powerful piece.
Okay, that's peace.
Yeah, my soldier, who's the pawn.
You're going after the king.
Chess comes from the mind of how life is played. Let me give you the theoretical. Be nice with that because it's how we play in life. That's why you hear nowadays time, I'm not playing checkers, I'm playing chess. Because chess is the most powerful and profoundest game ever to be played. And you have to understand that you see the God, because yes, although she's powerful, but if you negate that, what he just said, then you'll never get this piece back on the board. Oh, he took my queen. Because I seen it happen. I don't even play chess like that. Oh, he took my queen. And the God got him. Stupid. He don't know if he moved here, took this, and went there, he could ask for his piece back. But because he's stuck like Chuck, let me get over here. Now, game over, put the queen down, I won the game. But my point is, but nevertheless, the queen is powerful. And I'm associating that with who she is. Why is the queen powerful mathematically and righteously? Because she's a refined black woman who has the qualifications to be the mother civilization in God's universe. The Q represents God entering the womb or the equality of her. And the universe represents the universe, that they are creating. She's insisting in creating. Right? The two E's is the good equality and the bad equality. Right? In this case, the good equality. Right? And then the N represents the nation that she's helping produce here. But she's a refined black woman with the qualifications of being the mother civilization, and she's ruling. She rules. But coming back, so again, the argument. So some women argued because the unfortunate, dumb statements that brothers made back in the days with that she ain't got a mind and stand behind me. You have no. It's 5% is man and woman, right? However, right, don't negate the importance of the roles that we both play here interdependently, right? So, and what I'm saying by that is that because again, you have some women, they're and if your God is calling you his goddess, peace to that. I'm not arguing that. But you're not going to.
Come here.
We're teaching that the black woman's the goddess.
No, it's like,
Okay, be ready. Be ready. And let me say something without. Be ready with facts. I just told you simply.
Right.
You can't spell the suffix without the prefix. The black man is God, not you. Straight like that. We're not. They know. Oh, I'm beating like I'm a silverback. I'm just telling you, the black man is God. You're not taking that role on. Right? And no one's diminishing. See, a lot of times what happens, the argument with them is because you speak in this manner, you think I'm diminishing your role and the power of that.
could never do that.
Earlier, meaning God was going through the earth. What makes you the earth?
Right.
You're not just the earth because all of a sudden you and I are talking. What makes you that?
Right.
What is the earth?
Right.
From our perspective of things. Right, then when you understand that dynamic, okay, bet. First of all, to be the earth, you have to have the power to support all life. So you got to be risen to that equality because the earth supports all life.
Right.
Right.
Not Jupiter, not Pluto,
Right.
not Mercury,
Right.
Rakim. It's what planet is Islam on? Your name Rakim? Yeah, the planet Earth is the home of Islam. Right. He saved him though. He was sitting there, yeah, let me find out, bro. You're getting this stuff now. Stop. Peace, God. How you doing?
I'm good, right?
Yeah, so
Peace.
meaning that all these other planets, there's no life like this on those planets because the planet Earth is the home of Islam. Now we're on this planet. Going back to God's question again, you have to look. There's some, the good part, and there's the best part, and there's the worst part. Right? Again, going back to the colored woman, she's associated with that. But then, unfortunately, our people, both man and woman, have been unfortunately so damaged. Some of them not coming out of that dog. I'm staying there. I'm good. I'm gravy. I'm not. No. I don't want. No. I'm good. I'm good being led in the wrong direction. I don't want to be led in the right. And some women like that. Right. I know. I'm not. And listen, our duty, if nothing else, God, the 14th degree in the 1 to 40 goes into one of the attributes of that, 85% that is. Well, one of the things that they don't know is their origin in this world. And if there's nothing else that we need to do here, we need to teach them their origin in this world. Because you got some people that come to this class, God, I'm not coming to be a 5%er. I just come because I learned that, well, listen, man, since you proclaim to have the knowledge, let me hear it. Bring me back to the root of the tree. Right? Some people who have been, some people have been easily, not easily, I'm sorry, wrong word. Some people have been rightfully influenced and they're different places, especially in the entertainment field.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember 5%. I used to teach. I used to hear them teach. They was, you know, the reason why, man, I have the knowledge I'm conscious now is as a direct result. No, I may very well not be X, Y, Z. I'm so and so. I got a brother. He's a Christian. Came to class. He came in, but he one of the books we told him to read. It was 2 books. The Blueprint for Black Power, and then Black Christian Nationalism. You, man, please. When you hear him speak, you would never know that he's a Christian, the way he's talking. And the black man, and I said, go ahead, Malcolm, I hear you. You know what I mean? You know, you never know he's in the church.
Right.
But he teaches, you know, he teaches, you know, but, and then his influence that, well, listen, I came among you. And yeah, go ahead, God, you can speak, absolutely, God.
That, right? So he's showing and proving that the black man is God through the Bible. That's what he's doing?
Well, no, well, no. Well, let's not be misconstrued here neither.
Okay.
He was good where he was at, right? It's just that what happens, he comes among the footsteps of the masters,
Right.
and he's listening. Oh, okay. And what he took was this: is what he took. He understood. Damn, I thought Jesus was white. Oh, so Columbus didn't do that.
Right.
Oh, thank you for telling me about Richard Allen and the African Methodist Episcopal. That was pivotal to him. Pivotal means that was his point that got him.
Yeah.
Right? He said, okay, bet I didn't know that they didn't let us worship in the church, and he did this, and then the African images, the images of black people, didn't even know that Saint Benedict was the Moor. That was in Queens. That's the church in Queens. Yes.
Question for you. Question out of curiosity. What's your thoughts on people learn about the 5% Nation through the way of hip hop?
Stop, bro. Listen, we have influenced the world. Right? We've influenced the world. Yes. What is my position? All right, good question. Ironically, this was good about being old. Because you see the development of things. You see its origin, its middle, and its journey. Like arts and industry. That's what that is. And we, bad people that we are, created that here in the Bronx. Well, there in the Bronx. Right? Later, because of the influence, because God's in the ghetto. Right? We're not exempt from that. We influenced it. Especially late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
Even further.
Right.
Because Kool Herc was among us too.
Right.
Back then. I'm talking about he was with us back when it was, we were like, you didn't know, let's be kicking the bone out of you. He remember them days. What did my brother know? Right? You know, that was crazy.
Right.
But he came, he is the father of hip hop.
Right.
He started that.
With the black spades and stuff like that.
Yeah, that came later. Yeah. We influenced that too, the gangs. Because we there. Why? Because you're in the same hood I'm in. Right? And we teaching righteousness here. And what happened is, because regardless to whom or what, we teaching. So we taught them, and yes, and of course we insinuated. We were engaged in rap. Calm down. Throw your hand back up. I got you. You can. But let me finish to answer your question. What do I feel? At first, later on down the road, I had a problem with Rakim. I did. Here's my problem. It was ignorant. See, let me tell the truth wholeheartedly here. So he takes this flag, ironically, and he's going all over the world. So my question was, does he know 120? Does he know the lessons?
Right.
Well, not artistically, he's doing that quite well. God by nature, my man in age, you was trick, I had to raise you from the cradle to the grave. Right? No tricks in 86, it's time to build. So he's creatively taking the wisdom. I'm boom. But and look what it did. It ran people to the school.
Right.
Because they wanted it.
Right.
I was taught that God, he's taking this knowledge and wisdom to places you're not taking it.
Right.
And he did. Check this one in. Myself, firstborn Prince of Aquaman, stood right here. So a brother named David came here. English. First time I'm really hearing someone with an English accent. So yeah, I came here. He came all the way. Well, he came here because he's been in the family. But what brought him here was because of rap going across, as they say, the pond.
Right.
As they call it the pond, well, across the water. And it influenced him. So, fast forward this tape, Bakari.
Yes.
See this brother again. I'm walking, I'm showing proof. Standing with Moni in the street. That's how this was showing proof. Standing with Moni. But I hear the accent. So I remember that voice. Is this the same brother? Hey, David. He said, peace block, my name is Divine now. You know, brother, you know, yeah? Yeah, boom, boom, boom. And they got a cipher there in London. Right? Why? Because of that. Because it's the truth's influence in that. To this day. My position, definitely, we've influenced the world.
My last question.
You don't have to be a last question. You can ask a question. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, well, if you had I'm just curious to know if you had a conversation with a Black Spade about the culture of hip hop and stuff. And we think the dollar would be.
Okay, look. First of all, God, you and I cross this bridge a lot of times. So here's the deal with that. Then, now, and always, you'll have a mindset of people. That's us, and those like us who teach the truth. And you have those. Okay, what's my position? We have to fuck them up. Listen to this one. Yeah, check this one. Me get raw with you, because we occupied the same ring. You lived on Davidson. You lived on and that's just my. And I'm just telling you, I spoke so vulgarly. No question. The Seven Crowns, the Immortals, the Cyber Skulls. Those are the gangs back then. It was fighting. You know what I mean? But we occupy, and listen, I'm not going nowhere, and they weren't. But we were there teaching peace. But then we say, well, we was taught. We was taught, 5% was taught when I was coming up. I'm going to teach you the 120, but I'm going to teach you how to fight too, put these 1 and 2s together. Because make no mistake, just like you just said, Bakari, there's going to be people, just like today, it almost. Our brother sat down there, I had no problem, I just wanted to know who you were. What? I said, okay, bro. How old are you? How old are you? I said, wow, you savage like a, kid, bro, I just want to know, I don't have a right to ask that question, bro? Hey, I'm saying, y'all walking around here, brother. You meet Divine Prince and Doc Kim was sitting there, we watching, but brother, come on, we ain't going there with you with that. Because little did you know, kid, you don't wake that beast up. Because your mama will be I don't do body offender and leave its wreckage. So, but
Penalty is death.
no, stop, God. No, on the contrary, we're civilized people. Right. And I get where you are. Right. That's an image thing. See, that comes from lack of knowledge of self. Right? I'm telling you now, and you got muscular dystrophy. I'm telling you now, my man. What? Yeah, okay. But then listen, so to answer your question, go back to your question. So, that's the Tomahawks. And all these other Black Spades, you keep bringing them up. They like come out of the Bronx. Well, largely out of the Bronx. A lot were influenced because they seen the growing numbers, but also the knowledge and what it can do. Then some were like, this is my, I take offense to that. That Infinite and them, Infinite Mighty very well came out of there. Came out of a gang. He getting his life together, and they see people hating that. Look, oh shit, we ain't do none of that for him. And now he coming out and talking about, yeah, peace, black man. Listen, I know, I know y'all don't, I know I just left y'all, and I was just be part of y'all. But listen, I'm gonna give you 5. Man, get that shit out of here, man. We ain't with that. Okay, but I'm just bringing peace because you look, your mom and my mama know each other. We live right around the corner. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Well, not a problem, baby. I'll tell you what we gonna do right now. Let's go around the corner. I'm gonna beat the shit out. Come on here. Cause I'm gonna live here teaching this truth. You're not running this nowhere. Now, you have a right to be here, but what you're not gonna do, black man, right? What you're not gonna do is seize this community, and even if the ways like this, the white man, because the gang you talking about, we still talking back a little bit when it was still, well, it wasn't as long, but it was still largely the devil controlling. He's still in control, but I mean, he was blatant. You know what I mean? And it's always us, them. Us, them means us, the righteous, the devil.
Right.
So, what the conversation? Peace. Come on, get on board. Or peace. Or if nothing else, once again, and then let me answer your question this way. If there's nothing, you ain't got to be a 5%, but one thing you need to know is your origin in this world. Because once you know your origin, then you will stop that nonsense there.
Right.
Nothing else. Read. See? Then you understand. I'm talking about arts and sciences. That's the meaning. What is the meaning of civilization? One, having knowledge, really understanding culture and refinement, and not being a savage in pursuit of happiness. We asked one of my rocket scientists here. What degree is that?
No, I started degree in 140.
Right.
17th degree.
Right. Yes, thank you for that, God. Thank you for the clear. The 17 is knowledge God.
The reason why I asked that question about the reason why I keep bringing up the black spades is because I watched a documentary on them, and the real black spades were militant. They were about protecting the community. The original black spades, they were about protecting the community. They had knowledge of self, that's why I brought up the black spades.
Okay, no, you had, listen, I'm not, okay, peace, objectively. On the other note, then you had other communities, organizations that were in the community that, yes, that equally were about that. And largely, when I say fought, because a lot of times there was jealousy too.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, because see, we were a handful. Well, we were more than a handful then. Back in the 60s we were. Like, make the handful.
Right.
Spades, we talking about, man, we a whole nation now. We moving around. Right? You know, our troops spend like wildfire. Now, yes, just like they were gangs now. Let me tell you something. Some of these gangs is named, a lot of them were about the protection of the community. You know, just that they you know, so we're not going to just step on them and kick them to the curb like they weren't about nothing either. But it was just that when we occupied the same realm.
Right.
See, a lot of times, man, you know, us too, you know, because, you know, I got my brother teaching me the part, how to put the 1 and 2s together, you know, shoulder con and boxing and, you know, taking these blows and whatever, you know, how to roll and all these things that's essential, because just you merely saying peace, and they're hearing that, well, who are y'all? Who are y'all? I remember I moved to different parts of the city. Ironically, you'd be surprised how many people didn't know about this knowledge, and right in their face. And we had to teach them and influence them with it. But some people, man, I'm comfortable in my ignorance. I'm not, you know,
Right.
and I'm gonna protect my ignorance regardless to whom or what too.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to, that's threatening me. You trying to wake me up? We ain't doing that.
Right.
I'll take into account that, like you're gonna do with these gang members and whatever. I'm not going nowhere neither. Okay, but here's what we doing. This is what we doing here. So we're not gonna, you know, that's what you're doing over there. Cool, but you're not gonna bring that here. Right, and God said it was non-negotiable. Now we're not a gang, we're a nation. Right, diametrical opposite.
Because we were surrounded, God, by all of them.
Yeah, no question.
We were surrounded by
Handful.
all of them.
But one thing, let me drop on you, man, about knowledge. I learned this. In many instances, all you gotta do is ask for 5% of these questions. I don't care how tough it get. What, where, why, and how. That's all I need you to do. So I need you to do. In fact, with the brother, I kind of seen intensity in him. Earlier, I told him about you talking about? It's okay, he battle prone already. Damn. Okay, he's savage. Okay, I got you. No problem. Listen, you throw water on fire. Right? But when you ask the question, so why are you telling me where are you eating in front of? Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Is this not my property? I don't have a right to ask that question? I'm not telling you this. I want to know who you are. You know, you kind of like, you coach the brother. But sometimes you can, but quite often, so that the God was talking about, we non-negotiable, how we would civilize people, right? In order for me to understand how to to understand the meaning of civilization, I had to knowledge God too. I had to come on. I had to look at how to teach. What does civilization mean? See, and the next question after the 17th degree is what is the duty of a civilized person? Then I know the duty because I know what the meaning is now.
Yeah, civilized person supposed to civilize their people.
Yeah, absolutely. But see, that's the 18th degree. See, it's a little bit more. Yes. More importantly, that's the 18th degree. See, we speak mathematics. So to show and prove that my knowledge is building, right? I have to know the duty. Because that means you see the performance of the knowledge and how it's impacting or not the people in the community. To teach he who established civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of himself and the signs of everything in life. Love, peace, and happiness.
Love, peace, happiness.
Right? That's to show and prove, that you know the duty. Right? And that's what we want and what the God was saying. But God, I have to, thank you for that. That's why I say each one teach one. So to go back to your question, the root of your question, we were uncompromising. No, we have a conversation. That's we will build. But I'm not going to compromise. I'm going to do this and do that. We're not going to do that. Right. My duty is to teach you. And if anything, get you on the path to what's right. Yes, and there were and are organizations and street organizations.
I like to call them street organizations.
Yeah, right, that were about the community. Right? But let me explain something to you about the root of who a 5% of God and the Queen and the earth is. They have the knowledge of themselves, meaning I know who I am. Externally, but more importantly, internally. Right. There's no insecurities about who I am. Right. You know what I mean? So what I had knowledge in this XYZ, he got knowledge this year. That's my brother. God is God. Right. And he's teaching the same truth. All I'm going to influence him. As much as given to us, as much as required. Right. And that's what's going to happen when you get older. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. So, so you go, right. That's just the beauty of being old. You know what I mean? I watched, things develop. Technology. I mean, there was nothing. The greatest technology, I mean, when I was younger, was the touch-tone phone. Oh, look at that! Because I come from the...
The rollers, right?
Don't miss no number. Don't miss no 718. The God number is 235, 234. Ain't no do-overs. You gotta stop all these niggas. 718.
Hang up again.
1. You gotta hang up and come on. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, but I mean, but that was the coin phones, quarter, nickel, dime.
Quarter, nickel, dime. That was like back in the day.
Yeah, dinosaurs roamed the land. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? So the Superman telephone booth, yes. It rained, we come with it, I come on the phone. Oh yeah, so I'm in, Anyway, but so you had the honor to watch these things develop. Rap. So you
hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yeah, I like that too. They go hand in hand. But hip hop, right? Because you want to give it its root meaning, right? Because rap you can go anywhere.
So they say that rap is something that you do, hip hop something that you are. Okay. I heard that before.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't. That's somebody's definition. Okay, but you have people to this day, and I'm honored that the nation, the 5%, allowing 5%, not arts and sciences. I was messed up. There's a movie called, not a movie, it was a series called, I meant to go, you know the God, Knowledge Bennett?
Yes.
Yeah, God, wow. The God Knowledge, prolific artist. Oh, this dude is nice. The God is nice. It was a Netflix series. The people who originally, Kenya Harris, he's the creator of Blackish, all the issues. Blackish, grownish, this one, that one, yeah. But Blackish. So he and I forgot the name of the series because it's centered around them. So they have this piece, right? An art piece, and it's all black. with these specks that look like stars in it a little bit. This was crazy. I mean, it was just, and they go and say, yo, this is the brother Knowledge Bennett, you know, whatever. I said, damn, he look familiar. And then fast forward, relatively recently, maybe a few years ago, he was at our Show and Prove. We had Show and Prove out here. Right, he was out here. We had something was taking place. I seen him. I said, okay, it's God. You know what I mean? It was just an honor that we're in many fields of studies and arts and sciences and whatever. And you watched the development of this knowledge and wisdom and our influence, you know, in those areas and science. And he's teaching there because, you know, again, and then you have some people, you know, okay, word is born. Peace.
What is
Oh, no, hold on, talking about hip hop. We in the cipher. You know where they get that from? A cipher is, first of all, a circle. That's 360 degrees, but it's also a circle of the gods.
Right.
So you got that from us. I mean, no, all right, peace. You use it in the positive sense. I ain't mad at you.
Right.
But your word is born, son. Peace.
Who came up with word is bond? Who started that?
Well, no, right. Word is born is not coined. It was largely used.
Right.
Largely used, but no, we didn't coin that. Yeah, it's largely used. A man, however, word, because in our degrees, it says, have you not heard that your word is born regardless of whom or what? Yes, my word is born. The bond is life, and I should give my life before my word shall fail. That's the 11th degree in the 1 to 40. 1 to 14. 1 to 14. So, but people were saying word is born way before then.
Yeah.
But more so, we give it its more righteous meaning because we understand this. A man receives his respect by his word being his bond. You know what I mean? So, and regardless to whomever, to what circumstance, my word is my bond to the truth. God said, going back to that, that's what that degree, we're uncompromising. That's what word is bond. I'm going to teach you the truth. My word, I ain't got to say that. We ain't got to say that. That's just how the degree is quoted. Right. Every word that proceeds out your mouth is bonded to what you got to do here. Right. So, but, yes, and I'll give my life. And I don't mean like I'm going to jump out the window. It means that I will, I'd rather leave here knowing this earth, knowing that my word is my bond, than remain on this earth, never committing myself to the truths in which I speak. You know, so I mean, you know, so my word is bonded to that. Word is life. That's what word is. Word is life. Right? Because you know the Bible says that in the beginning was the word. And that word became flesh, but that word is life. Right. And that's truth in that. See, this is time. Even though you've heard me largely talk about the Bible, because we're not, but we just understand that people try to throw these two books in your face like this is the, no. We're before the book, or books were written. Right. Yeah, that's what you mean. That's what you mean by the father of civilization. Right. People wrote books to associate themselves to how we live, the Holy Quran, the Bible. Right, okay, got you. No, not a problem. I get where you are with that. But later on, but I understand also that you hear God and myself and other brothers giving you history of how these books were written and its intent. Right? Okay, the intent of this paper is to, I'm not going to use this paper. That's a poor analogy. That would be, I prefer to use this blank book here. Give me this book, move your phone. So I write this Bible. But actually, the reason why I wrote the Bible, because mad people wanted to know what is being said. And I'm selling this to you. I'm selling it to rich, I'm selling it to the rich. I know they saying, but then later on, when I perpetuate the falsehood, right? I get a lot of Christians. Anyway, so it's not written with the intent or purpose of who or what we're doing. It is to perpetuate more lies. When people hear this, they say, "Wow, this is really going at it." Here goes my question, and I'm gonna conclude on that note with that. I ask most Christians this. I asked a lot of this when I was in Africa. They come here, they in Africa. Woo, man. This white man is nothing to play with, boy. This white man is nothing to play with. He got them in Africa talking about Jesus, oh, and in their language, they go, So I asked, this minister. I said, man, ask him about the different cultures that lived in this land. You're not, you don't associate. No, I know that that's part of my culture, but I don't do that. Jesus is the one. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. What were you doing prior, or what was the culture? Or you using your language, what was your religion prior to the coming of Christianity? There go my question. And why is that now savage all of a sudden? Why is that like you shun that?
Right.
Why if somebody comes to your house and says, I'm Yoruba, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. Oh, no, we don't do that here. Why you told your brother that? Saying, it says, man, how do you love a God whom you can't see and not love your brother who you see every day? You loving this invisible being. That's why, peace to Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man.
Right.
That's right. Peace to my man, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Almighty God here. He wrote the book, one of the first books I read, Message to the Black Man. Get that.
Right.
Get that, man. Yeah, man. Mr. Black Man in America. That along with lengthy and a plethora of many books that you need to read.
Right.
But that definitely, because there is no mystery God.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely went into that. Going back into the build earlier. In fact, that's why I'm glad. I thank for your participation. What's my homework?
I'm trying to think now. Your homework is to study the connection between blacks and Jews. And the other one I forgot. I apologize.
Yeah, no Jewish. The same thing, Jewish.
Yeah.
And the God kind of gives us Coptic.
The origin.
Coptic. You need to look that up. I need to look that up. No, not you. That's my homework. So there's some, yeah.
I'm gonna but today's degree, right? The 1 through 40, right? The end of it says.
What is the day degree in the 1 to 40? Do you know?
Yes.
You do? Oh, you said that confidently. Okay, let's hear it.
Yes. Who was the 10%?
Mm-hmm.
The rich slave makers of the poor, who teach the poor lies, to believe that the Almighty true and living God is a spook and cannot be seen by the physical eye.
Wait.
Otherwise known as the bloodsuckers of the poor.
Right.
So God, the bloodsuckers of the poor.
Right?
Pardon me, I'm not trying to interrupt, but George don't say the rich bloodsuckers of the poor?
Rich?
Yeah.
It
just said bloodsuckers of the poor? I just wanted the question.
Slave makers of the poor. That's what I said.
Okay, no, at the end, I'm talking about the end. It don't say rich, right?
No, it doesn't say that.
I don't either.
Well, I said that?
No, I'm listening.
You don't say it?
I asked that question, I'm
Okay,
listening.
God. Okay, you just ask the question.
All
Okay.
right. So now, we're dealing with the.
Okay, stop. What do you have? What do you have?
No, we don't want to interrupt you, girl.
Bloodsuckers.
Right.
Bloodsuckers.
Well, you got something different?
No, we're going to build on that ahorita.
Okay.
Yeah. All right?
So,
Okay. Go,
All right.
God. Get your question.
when we dealing with bloodsuckers of the poor, right? I see rituals. You know what I'm saying, God? Rituals, like literally being a bloodsucker.
What do you mean? Be more specific.
All right, rituals.
I know what a ritual is, but how are you associating that with that?
With that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm not here to bash Christians and nothing like that, God, but communion, right? They have something called communion, where they eat a cracker and they sip wine. Okay, mm-hmm. The wine represents the blood of Jesus. Mm-hmm. The cracker represents the meat, like his flesh.
The body.
The body. So for me, that's like cannibalism.
Yeah,
it's a ritual for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, God? So I wanted you to give me a better understanding on like the root of rituals. Like where did this stem from? Like, you know?
Well, look, first, you understand this, real quick. Ritual is a routine that you need to continue to do to perpetuate the lie, right? Mm-hmm. So this is created by them to associate you with this mystery God. Mm-hmm. And you need to keep continuing to do this on Sunday. Right? Now, yes, God, you're correct. It's largely because I need you to accept that because check this one in. And what else goes on right after that?
After what?
After you take the communion, stop. After you take the communion, and you drink the wine, and you sit back in the seat, and I don't care what church this is also, in Catholic, Protestant, I don't care what church you're in. Especially that one with Catholic. After you do that one, what else goes on? What? Damn, I don't want to. What do I ask of you afterwards?
Tithing, like tithing.
Right, I need your money.
Right.
I need your money. Listen to me. There's a white comedian called George Gatlin, I believe his name is. Bad dude. He said, check how he dropped it. He answered your question this way. He said, they want me to believe that there's a God who I don't see, who loves me, and knows everything that I do. There's 10 things that he wants me to not do, and my God needs money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you got right. So the oxymoron in that. But to answer your question, go further, God. Yes, it's a ritual. I need you to believe. Don't listen to him. No. He get me drop some truth. Don't go like this, right? Jesus in the sky. Eat that, drink that wine, drink that, and give me some money. And I need some money. We trying to do big things here. Right. I need you to buy into that. Right. Don't you speak outside the realm of that. Right? Right. The rich slave makers of the poor. And just check this out. Anyone that makes themselves rich off your labor is a blood sucker. Right? Right? Yeah, anyone make himself rich off your labor. Right. You got some people that got your flag on, unfortunately. Even though we know it's largely associated with the people in this mystery God realm. But you got people, unfortunately, that in all these places. But yes, God, I need you to understand the ritual. I need you come to church on Sunday. I need you to, especially in Catholic church, you got to do a lot of gymnastics. You got to come in, first do this, then stop, then do that, then you got to backflip, you got to get up, and then you get to the seat. Right. Then they speak this archaic Latin. Right. I think you did a Damien movie or something, right? Right. Then later you get the communion, whatever. But it's mad people. It's like everybody hooked. Everybody hooked.
Excuse me, can I go get a newspaper?
Yeah, you can. Right. And then while you hooked into it's called dogma. While you hooked into the dogma of what I'm teaching, right? God, give me the definition of dogma on Google, so I can. Yeah, please, thank you.
Dogma is
okay. I know you know, Professor.
Okay, well, we're gonna go with the encyclopedia.
Yeah, we go. Yeah. Well, what's dogma?
It's basically something that's terse. It's
Look at the word
dogmatic.
dog.
It's like no good.
Dog, right?
Yeah, it's dogmatic. They use the word dogmatic. They use the word terse. Not tense. Terse. Terse to define the same thing. It's dogmatic. It's like it's just don't let go. You know what I mean? It's just insistent, persistent.
It's dogmatic, though. Okay, I got you. Yes.
But religion is different, though.
It's usually something false, right? That's stated in such an authoritative way.
Yeah.
It's assumed to be true.
It's like what we just talked about.
According to them, authoritative you're gonna find, and it's a strict authoritative doctrine.
Exactly.
Right. A strict authoritative doctrine.
Yes,
right. Yeah. To get you to believe this ritual. Don't you believe what? You have the money after you ate the blood. You going to hell. Right. So that's in your head. Okay, God. Okay.
Basically the same thing. It's
the tendency,
being stiff-necked and rebellious is not willing to have any consideration or respect.
The tendency to lay down principles as incontrovertibly true without the consideration of evidence or the opinions of others. Whoa! Hold that one. So see? I mean, the government's right. The government, but I wanted you to get that.
They definition, so you don't say,
no. That's okay. I mean, You someone with the wrist guard?
No,
Because you came in late, so I'm going to...
Yeah,
No, stop. Great. Stop.
I feel a little tense, God. You know what I'm saying?
What's the matter?
Because
What's the matter?
the thing about it is this, God. You know what I'm saying? That when I got knowledge of self, I got the 12
You said
Jews.
tense.
Yeah, when I got the 12 Jews of Islam. So I got brothers talking about that. That's trash.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's all in 120.
Okay.
You understand? And I could show you where it goes in the degrees.
Okay, I got you. I'm giving it to him.
So you know, I want you to make it clear, God. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm not mixing no science up, and I'm not trying to change the teachings of Allah. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not in our curriculum. We got 8 points. You know what I'm saying? And the 8 point stands for what you always have there. Supreme mathematics, supreme alphabet, student in Roman 1 and 36, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm teaching the 12 Jews, you know what I'm saying? And it's like getting a lot of lashback about that's not that's garbage, that's not right. And it's like I said, cipher is a circle that consists of 360 degrees, 120 in knowledge, 120 in wisdom, 120 in understanding. It's a noun cipher. But all these people that's doing all that, they never show up here. They never show up to a parliament.
So let me drop this on you. So let's cut. I'll kind of try, hopefully tie it in. So listen to me very objectively here.
Sure indeed,
they are correct in the sense that no, it wasn't. Listen to me. That came later. Here go my thing, right? You're saying it's trash, first of all, because you're jumping on the bandwagon of other people, right? Allah didn't teach that. No, not in that sense. But did he not give me, dumbass individual, 120? Did he not give me these, like, okay, bet. So like a map. See, they go to map. Your argument will begin and end in there. Does it not say these degrees about food, clothing, and shelter? Right. Love, peace, and happiness, knowledge, and understanding. Does it not say that? Yeah. So because I gave you, see, unlike Dogma, I'm going to prove evidence, the association. Right. I'm not negating that he didn't teach that. There's a lot of things I taught in this class that may not be taught maybe in this particular order. You need to know this first, yes. 12, you got it. That's trash. Yeah, time out. First of all, you're saying it's trash because you walk with Allah. And Allah didn't teach that. Okay, I'm not negating that. But there's a whole lot of things in which we teach our people that may not necessarily been in the order that we gave them this. Does that make it trash?
No,
see, you're saying that because what happened, check this one in, God. Check this one in. Later on, what happened is this. Especially during the early 70s.
Was afros?
Yeah, they was around too, God. They was around. Okay, so and along with afros, so we had so gods were incorporating it. Right now, actually, God, the root of that, it goes into the mosque, because the mosque had the flag, freedom, justice, and equality, Islam. Right? So, again, let me speak our own language. Check this one in. Let me go further. Allah said, he said this. My big brother said this. Now, I didn't walk with him. Do away with Muslim names. You know why he said that, dog? And I wasn't there. And I'm going to give you why he said that. You know why he said that?
Because we have alphabets and we will need to make out our names of the alphabets.
Right, God. But ain't no wrong with Sharif and Malik, but you're not Muslim. Right. So, Sun God and Infinite and Ib have to stand in your own name. Right. See, I'm teaching you here. The Muslims have a right to come to me and tell me, yo, brother, you are Allah, man. You got Infinite and them on the corner wearing the flag, the moon, and the star. So, no, you got Kareem on the corner talking about, come on, man. Hey, God, come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, God, come on, man.
I got love disco.
Yeah. I mean, no wrong with that, but damn. Yeah, he was crying. Go talk to your woman. Yeah, you start. Yeah. That's my brother. Like all my brothers, they both. Yeah, but that's peace though. I'm sorry. So, and then we'll come back to the God's question. So, God, listen, man, cut to the chase. There's a lot of signs. As long as what you're doing is not contradicting the idea of what we teach. Right. Here go my question. See, don't speak to me emotionally. It's why I tell a lot of my older brothers too. I love them. I cook food. I stand and say, yo, that's trash. Okay, stop. First of all, stop screaming. Because like Dogma, I'm gonna prove my point. I just need you. See, don't get mad because as I speak, I'm chopping your nonsense in the air. Right. Right? So I'm saying I agree that yes, Allah didn't teach. I mean, some of our brothers at first, that came later on. But that universally and largely was not an argument. Right. That became an argument because brothers were saying, when I got it in 64, 65, 66, no area, that wasn't true. Okay, God, peace to you. But where's that sticking pins? Where does that contradict what we teach? Right. Hold up. You really want to go there? Did you eat today? Yeah. Why? Because your knowledge and your wisdom and your understanding with your sense direction told you to do that. Your mobility and your ability to move without fear of obtaining is called freedom. Right. Justice, equitably, you're making these signs known. Yes, because you need food, clothing, and shelter. What man, woman, or child do you know has love, peace, and happiness without those things that sustains life? Right. Right. Come on now. So because ask me to prove it, no problem. Let's go to this degree. Let's go to this degree. Let's go to this degree. Right. It's right there.
It's all in. It's all in one.
Right. So, but listen, you don't teach that. I get that.
But don't call it trash. Right.
Right. But you call it, that's trash. No, I'm gonna tell you what's trash.
It says 12 Jews.
Right.
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 How could you mix a Jews with math?
Okay, no, okay, you get that. Yeah, listen. Check this one in.
That was the question.
Yeah. Well, listen to this one. I speak mathematical alphabets that verifies the truth of life. Because once I spoke the math, oh God, these dudes here, something else. Look, God. Yeah, look. Right? Yeah, he's still doing this. Yeah, no. I get you, God. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, God. Stop. You know what's crazy? And it's not the young ones doing it. Yo, so check this one in. So check this one. Look, so I don't care. My sport is nice. Right? So listen, 136, 40, I'm sorry, actual fact, solar fact. I actually had to do all this because after you fast and everything, one of the first things you get, supreme mathematics. And listen, God, and listen to this one. Talking about trash. Law didn't teach. He didn't teach. See the order I give him? He didn't give it like that. Right. So what happened was, no, because when he got the lessons, he had Prince told me. He asked Black Messiah, let me see. Allah's a teacher. Let me see if you can read. Yo, so what's this? On the 16th degree, who the 5%? You know what I mean? Because, again, God, you're talking about mouth to ear. He, as a teacher, I need to see where were you at. Right. And then you might have gotten the 1 to 40. You might have got the 1 to 14 later. Right. You might have got this here. Right? And then, check this one in. Look. Older brothers told me. Look at one of my older brothers back there, Arif. Hey. God, yeah. Hey. So you don't give anybody anything. You give them this. Don't give them supreme mathematical alphabets. That's the keys to unlock the doors to the lessons. Right. I'm coming to you. Yeah, give me 120. Let me see what you do. Here's 110. Let me see if you come back tomorrow. I'm not giving you the language in which I speak first. Right. You haven't proven yourself ready. But I'm saying that was the order in which how they taught. Right. I get it. Let me say this, God. I've had brothers come right in this class, right in school. I came right here. We had the brother put up right here. We had the supreme alphabets. Mathematics on the bottom was 12 jewels. Yep. Then later on, someone took that down. Right? Mm-hmm. So what I did, around the house. Talking for a minute. Same bill. I mean, I'm not even going there because I know why you did that. First, right? Like, I didn't even want to go there. Let me be civilized here, because I said some things to him. I know his ancestors felt that, right? I said, you didn't even confer with nobody, right? One. So what? You walk with the law. How dare you talk to me like that? We do that each and every day. Nigga, you sound like Dogma.
Right.
Because you walked and I didn't. Can't knock it off. As much as given, as much as required. Since you walked with him, why can't you teach from the premise in which he talked from? Animal ass individual. Don't get me started.
Right.
I didn't even go there and quote the lessons yet. Because I'm going to tell you a new one. I did that. We talk, but first we talk to you. Yes. So order. This is how it was given to us later.
Right.
The idea from Almighty God was, let me give you the knowledge. Right? You heroin, but they taught differently.
Right.
Serious? This one, that one. Later on, I'm in the desert, oasis. Someone gave me the 12 jewels. I ran with it. God, talking 50-something years. You just now arguing about that?
Right.
Where was you in 75 and 81 and 79? Where were you then? Where were you when we were standing room only at these universal parliaments, getting in front of their quoting, your God, the 12 Jews says, food, clothing, where were you then? Well, I know where some of you were. I was right behind you. Right? Talking about dogma. The dogma, the tendency to teach something without evidence and to throw it up in your face and to ignore the truth. That's what dogma is. We just read that.
Right. In a disrespectful manner.
In a disrespectful manner. Right,
Remember
God.
that.
So, God, listen to me.
Disrespectful manner.
Check this one in. God, I threw water on fire. That's how I distinguish that one. I love all my older brothers and sisters. I was taught by warriors. Hear me? So, and then we just said that. Word is born. We teach it regardless to whom or what.
Right.
So that means this here. Okay, God, I got you, and I'm open. See, what's prerequisite to knowledge is I have to look, listen, I got to respect.
Right.
If I want you to hear me, I'm talking to you for a minute, how you incorporating that with that? Help me out. Because first of all, I'm gonna be firm. I don't bear witness. I don't bear mind to that. Right? And I've gotten that on numerous occasions. But one thing I was taught, man, it'll begin. That's why I say 120 is map. It'll begin and end in that. If you can't come and prove, see, my thing is this here. I was taught this too. Something you hear it, but not as often. When you speak a truth, you have to show and prove it beyond
Shadow of doubt.
right. Which means this. This is what this means. That when I'm finished, you shouldn't be asking me no more questions. We should be good.
Right.
We should be good. So when we complete that cipher, we good. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. To mean, I get you. I don't. I get it. But I'm going to leave and end it with respect.
Right.
But you're not going to get that for some people. Because see, again, the knowledge of self. Right? Like God said, God, that's trivial. Listen, I did that because the way it was done was so to me was so disrespectful. So I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna talk to you, to her, to him. I know where you live.
Right.
Peace, Queen. You your guard there. You didn't talk to him.
Right.
Come on. Get dressed. Get dressed.
Right.
Get dressed. Don't how you doing? Peace. How you doing? Let me talk to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got what and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen because I'm gonna do what I know in a minute you're not gonna do. Because when I was my mouth, you ain't gonna like this shit I'm gonna say to you. And I'm not even cursing. I'm doing that now.
Right.
A lot of signs. Right? I remember a Black Messiah taught that instead of quoting these plus degrees, get you a GED. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of us went one end after the other. I get you, but a lot of the Greek, and I get the God, and God's right, because we were taught primarily, God, that's first. Don't get caught up, right, in other sciences and not the problem of XYZ. That's what the great mind wrote that. Before we can enter the realms of the universe, he must solve all problems of the earth first. So before you go there, go here.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? So, and that's the plus degree, right? And plus means something other than 120.
Right.
Added, right? Some I had to unlearn. Some I kept. Yeah, absolutely. God is not a spooky spirit. He's the black men of age. And when he comes not as a spooky spirit, but as the black men of age. That's the great understanding. That's cool. That's that degree. You know what I mean? Oh God, these degrees. Okay, you don't question God. I mean, but this truth and His words are useful, like the 12 jewels.
Right.
That's moronic.
Right.
You're arguing with me, old ass dude with the long beard to the ground, about 12 jewels, and you wiping your greasy lips. At a time when a time when we wasn't even able to do that. You were able to move around, even argue with me, because of the freedoms we were given by Almighty God and our older brothers and sisters and ancestors,
Right.
who understood this very same thing.
Right.
You got a sense of direction, right? The God just said it. No, you said it, right? Somebody said it, right? The culture and the power degree in the 136. I took your language from you. Right? I disconnected you from you knowing that we brothers, sisters.
Right.
Right? But so now language is given back to you through the science of living mathematics. Right? Yeah, we get it. But this all, God, listen to me say something. There's a whole lot of things that you crying about that? Okay. Not a problem. So then you got a problem with the destruction of black civilization. The black man, woman, the black man now and his family. Message to the black man. These were things we had to agree along with 120. You ignorant, and you're crying about something that's born out of that?
Right.
Whoa. Wow, you serious? Why you not arguing Francis Quest Wilson's science?
Right.
We need to incorporate that when you understand the science, you comprehensively want to talk about the black man relationship to the black to the Caucasian and the psychology and how it's visited upon our minds. Yeah, good God.
All right, so I think what you're saying, like, when that conversation is an old conversation, and they've been having that conversation from the beginning of the time. You were saying, right? As far as like what he was just saying.
Yeah. So all right. The argument, the other brother's argument, because that's not how it was given to them,
Right.
and that's how it was given then.
It's trash.
It's trash.
Oh,
So now, but look, knowledge and understanding, you're supposed to elevate that, right? It's an elevation. It's a growth. It's supposed to grow. So for me, if that's the old conversation, God, their knowledge and understanding hasn't grown. If they still having these conversations, you know what I'm saying? That's how I see that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right. No, God, I'm correct. It hasn't grown maturely.
Right.
Right. I raise my hand.
So we don't got. For me, it's like that's the.
No, well, God, let me say something to you. Let me say something to you. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. That's why you gotta know your lessons. You gotta read. You gotta study. And you gotta know how to teach. Because you gonna have people right here. You ain't go outside the cipher. Right here in the cipher. Right here in the cipher. Come, you know, I had the very same argument. I told you, had an argument with the brother, the God. Me and God get ready to fight because we come up to Parliament. God actually grabbed my judge. We're gonna talk to you. How you gonna tell my woman she's not a goddess? I said, no, that's what you call your woman? Yeah. Peace to you. What you and what you not gonna do here. All your women. Let's walk up the block. We might have to get dirty on this one. You not be in front of this Parliament teaching that.
Right.
Nigga, can you speak? You know English? Here you go again. Yeah. You do? Yeah, had to go there. I'm sorry. I just knew. Yeah. Prefix, suffix. Prefix, God. Suffix DSS, the feminine nature. Right, you showing the two together. Just when you want to call your peace, black peace queen, you got, okay, I get you. But we don't espouse that here. Yeah.
All right, so we all know I don't subscribe to that channel, right? Mecca put that up on me. So I don't subscribe to the guidance for those who don't know me. I'm very proud to be the earth. But being in this culture for as long as I've been in this culture, for those that don't know, is years, months, and days.
Okay.
And cause I see some new faces.
Okay.
I know they don't know who I am.
Well, go ahead.
So,
go ahead.
a lot of women don't understand the beauty and the power of being the earth. See, I'm symbolic to the earth.
You came late. You could have came early. Because Bill.
So I'm solid, right? I'm solid. I'm solid in a time where flimsy is being presented and admired. So I'm solid, liquid, and gases. And I travel at a terrific speed. And I'm on my own. And I'm the home of Islam. So see, being that I had this conversation with Dark Cam on Instagram the other day. A lot of women are not taught in this culture to study their lessons. And since they're blind, deaf, and dumb to their own selves, so their man can master them, in which they're comfortable with this European tradition of a man and woman household. So these women just put on, a costume, so to say, and they cook, they clean, they give the brother a couple of babies, bam, they the earth. But they don't understand the power. Like, I too have power. Right. So sun and moon have an attracting power. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's not that I'm a god, it's not that I'm a goddess, I knowledge God. And because I knowledge God, I know how to be in accordance. I know how to move accordingly. I know how to act at home and abroad. So I know how to take care of my husband. I know how to rear my children. I know how to cook the proper foods. Not only cook, prep, and eat proper foods. So, and not physical foods, also mental foods. So when people start coming around with the he, say, the she, no, I don't eat that. That's not conducive to my growth and development. It's a difference between telling me, yo, Wazasia fell in front of the school. Oh my God, is she safe? Is she good? Did she break anything? Does she need help? It's a difference between being informative and then being, not informative. So taking it back to my beginning, being that the education of the earth is not as highly promoted, maybe because there's not many women around. The population has always been low in my time, in my lifetime here, that a lot of women want to be something that they're not because they know and understand they have a power. But being that there's no promotion and there's nobody that they can look up to, they can admire, so they start inventing because they have a need to belong. Like, I know I'm great. I know I'm strong. I know I'm capable. I know I'm more than just a baby machine. I know I'm more than beautiful hills and mountains. I know I'm more than that, but they just don't have the direction. They don't understand the beauty of the earth. Shit, I definitely have volcanoes. I'm definitely fire when I need to be. And I'm also collective, like you saw me at work, So there's time and place for everything, but taking it back to the education, the knowledge, the foundation, women are not being taught the beauty of the earth.
Well, let me interject. You're great. All this, yes, all right, so we know the woman reflects the black woman. Reflects. It goes back to the question that God gave. A good question too, but we get to that in a minute. So, yes, first of all, interdependently we work together.
Yes.
Right. Right. You would have to be taught the importance. See, a lot of times the argument comes from right? I'm kind of reiterating some of the things you're saying. Not being taught the importance and the power of being the earth. First of all, again, I said, the earth. See, and I don't mean the woman. Not everybody's the earth.
Actual facts.
Right. You have to be drawn to your fullest equality. That what I mean by equality, that you could equitably manifest this truth. Right? Does making, well, two ways. You're reproducing the child, or if that's an issue, your sincerity, multiplying, the knowledge and the wisdom. Because sometimes there may be an issue with me not being able to have this child, but we can manifest this way. Right. But my sincerity in that. Right. She's right? No, not standing behind me. Right. But you need to understand. Your place. Right? Okay, back to that beautiful question. Why isn't the devil selling the best part of the planet? Earth. Right. First degree. Mathematics. See? God said you gotta know that first. So knowledge. I know the woman, she belongs to me. The black, the brown, the yellow. One belongs to me. Now what about the white woman? The black, the brown, the yellow woman. So the black belongs to me. Right? And knowing that devil, colored man, or in this case, any evilness, I do not want settled on her. So to do that, I have to empower her with the knowledge. So she can continue to be the what? The best part. Why she's best? This is my partner. Yes. Right. But I'm not there. I'm holding the house down. Right. Not warrior king, warrior queen. Right. Some of them had to overthrow Nzinga. Talking about warrior queen in 1823 in Dahomey. What about Nzinga? Nzinga became warrior because the men didn't want to do their part. The Portuguese were hitting the land here. Let's negotiate. Kill them. Whap, let's go. And the women went and did that. And the women at Dahomey, that's a true story too. Inspired by true events. Right? But the woman's role. Yeah, absolutely no question when it comes to nation of gods and earth. See, a lot of times, I couldn't have said that better. And that came out the mouth of our queen, our sister. Reiterating what we said earlier. We're not diminishing your role. Your role is powerful equally. I'm just telling you that, like the God was saying, beautiful. Thank you, Inf. No disrespect. I'm not planting my seed in the white woman. And I don't want my woman with the knowledge of self. Because women do what they do outside here. Whatever you do is whatever you do. I'm talking about this culture. Right. It shouldn't, you're not going to do it. I don't want no white man planting seed in mine either. Not in this culture. Peace, Bishop. Right? So, there's a point you may make too with that. So, my thing is just here. I mean, you understand the role. Right? Right. Because you don't understand that build. Right, then you come, right, and then listen, hold up. You say, women of fire. You got women of fire. So you sound cute in front of us, but I don't know how close to it. Let me tell you something. I'm a fucking goddess, and I'm going to tell them that. Yeah, I'm man flag. You go from La Shah and tell them that, but this is what I'm going to tell them. Now you click the pieces later. See, that happens too, because you don't sit down, because he's your partner. And what you just did, you did the first degree. Because now she perpetuates a lie. Right, because now she gets up there and like, boom. And we're not, absolutely not. Where are you without her? Right. Vice versa, we need each other. Right. But we're not going to, because we're not going to miss the roles neither. Because that's the whole intent. Yeah. See? That's the whole intent. I've had some great sisters. Sword fighting, and they nice. My brother's nice. My sister's nice too. I had still going at it. I'm a goddess God. No, you not. That's right. So again, just reiterating, God, and going back, tying into these points. I'm going to show you always relative to your point. So, dogma, we've just found out, is the tendency to come from the religious doctrine without evidence of proof, and to arrogantly and disrespectfully perpetuate this doctrine. Wow. Right? Why? Listen to this one, God, because I want to make myself rich off their labor. Let me get enough of them to buy into this dumbass idea, and I got him. And she just said it. People, see, that's why, even here, like I know after we finish taping this thing here, it's going to be some kind of, I ain't shit. Look at this dumbass dude getting up here. Oh, yeah, but this is the nation of 5%. This is a lost 5%. This is what you want to teach anywhere else, that's peace to you. Mm-hmm. See? But because you lack the knowledge and the wisdom of what we teach.
Right.
See? Right. He's diminishing the importance of, no, I'm not diminishing the point. I'm just telling you that this is what we teach.
Right.
That's all. See, and if you understood, again, Queen, like you got the knowledge, that was no easy feat for this woman to be a refined black woman, to have the qualification to be the mother of civilization in God's universe, to allow God to enter the womb or the equality of her, and for her to, you and I versing, right, to manifest the good equality so we can reproduce these children, right, to perpetuate this nation, right? Because she had to go through, right, and yes, there was no, that was another thing too, I'm glad you brought up. You got your set of lessons? I got my set. There was only one set of 120.
That's an actual fact.
There was no, the black woman said of 120. There was no, there was 120. Right. When you say who's the original man, I already know what you mean. You mean the family. Right. When you say father, you can't have not the mother. Right. They know, ain't no, I wish somebody would come in here and tell you, teach you that. That was something that came later. Someone slipped the Mickey. Allah, I ain't got to walk with know that. Look, I'm gonna give you one set of lessons. That's it. Now there might have been different ways and different styles and different methodologies. Yeah, I get that. Right? You know, Medina, I'm talking about when I come to hard, some people, but there was no that came to largely, a lot of people are gonna argue with this one. Because you didn't want to give her 120. Because you knew I give it to her. Something different. Right, no, right. Peace. And you would want to give her that. You want to teach your children who the original man is. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. So now, let me, because I don't want nobody to get beef, God. So since the sun and moon has attracting powers.
Indeed so.
That means you need to have it in order for me to travel at this particular speed independently.
There you go.
Because the knowledge, decipher, to understand God's culture. Before I do, are you the piece with the magnetic? When you are, then here's the speed. I'm going to travel at this speed first. Right? That's why I drew that up. That's how I drew that up. You the person whom I'm going to make the connection with. Because some people aren't. Right. No disrespect. Right. You was a poor example of a God, and you a poor example of a man. No disrespect. And I don't mean to sit here and disrespect my brothers, but some aren't. Right. So they look, you ain't, that's okay. No, wait, peace, okay. And then I have to willingly, this ain't no, come here, you my woman. No, I'm attracted. So the moon has attracting powers. Then when we connect, right, then, okay, let me travel at this speed. Here's the speed I'm traveling at. How does this relate to her? Because I'm now in the cycle and understand the culture of God. To understand this here. 130 miles per hour was way around the sun. All those things are relative. Now, God, here's what I'm saying to you. So, dogma, right? I can't, listen, God, look. Going back to that, yes, God, you have some people make themselves bitch off their labor. Off of dumb shit. Right? You got beat your chest. Let me say something to you, man. Listen this one very carefully. This man said a lot of things differently to different people. Right? He might have told Divine Education, who's sitting in the back here, come here, Divine, let me talk to you for a minute. That's the truth. That's a personal moment sharing with him. It's a truth Allah giving him. Right? And you take it and you, I bet, boom. Right? All right, for instance, what was it? Beautiful example. He said, listen to this one. I got this from my brothers, my sisters, Omala, Prince, Black Messiah. It's a lie, because I only got one thing from him. So anyway, so Allah married Dora. Dora was his woman. right? He married her. Okay. So later, right? She stayed in the mosque, you know. So, my brother, right in this classroom, told me this. Said that the black woman is a devil. Listen to this one. Don't calm down. Calm down. Why did he say that? Because he said Allah said this and that and whatever, blah, 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 blah. So he gives me the history. I'm tied into, oh, okay. Bet. I said, didn't have to be there. What he's telling you was the love, heaven, right. He went through a door. And he and see, here's the part you don't tell everybody. When you ran like they did with the Garvers, and the spouse, the law called them back and said, why would you tell people I'm telling the woman's the devil? He said, I told you that, son, because we're having a conversation. And I'm telling you what I went through. Right. I didn't tell you to teach the spouse that. But then you want to run around, and then what happens, these knuckleheads and doctrine and people running around, oh God, black woman's the devil. Right. Because you can, and they trying their best. And then got the nerve to use Big Brother's name. When see, the whole side of the story was, I didn't teach that. And there were some people who got married, who were long courage, okay. But he just understands the dynamics of the government also. When you marry her, okay, you naturally married to the black woman. You naturally married to her. But we just talked about the certain once she attracted, that bomb was coming up, be good. You the one I'm working with. I'm gonna work with you. Not only am I gonna be you talking to me, because anybody can talk to her, but for me to be your man, you got to have put something on this table here. You got to show me something. So now we can walk, we can do what we do. Right. Yeah. So, but now, if you want to take a step further, all right, bet. But you have to understand the dynamics of that, because also when you do marry, you marry the government also. You marry all the other steps and dynamics that come with that. See, they didn't teach you that one, but I just want to espouse the dogma. I walk with law, and then the black woman's the devil, and you want to sound slick saying that. First of all, God, when he said that, God, like somebody almost threw a punch. Wait, don't do that. And then your excuse me, because I want, but why didn't you tell me the reason why Allah said?
You were speaking on the part of the build degree in the 140, and the Earth traveling at 1,037 miles per hour, and then like twice that speed or something like that.
When she travels, because the Earth doesn't do a spin. The Earth does a wobble because she's rotating around the sun, she's rotating around her axis, and she's rotating around against the other planets. So the Earth doesn't do this. This is why we have change in climate and stuff like that. Okay. So the Earth is doing kind of like a wobble.
Okay, right.
That's so he said that she's on her 23.
The Earth don't wobble, the Earth incline.
And she's on her 23-degree axis.
There you go, inclination, y'all. Inclination, not wobbling.
That's
inclined. She's inclined. You want to say everybody except for the far way with a wobble, because she's inclined.
And she doesn't do a full. She's never this in one. The Earth is in constant motion.
Right yourself.
She's never stagnant. She's never motionless. But just like the sun. The sun is it's not giving the same flame, it's not giving the same heat, it's not the same gases burning at the same temperature. This is why we see the tip of the flame at the yellow. When we know the sun is black, the sun is not yellow. So, since we know that, how the sun, and I'm not a god, I'm not a sun. But just like the sun knows where the earth is, at all times, the earth always knows where the sun is. That's why the earth knows how to maintain its speed and its course, because she always knows where the sun is.
I agree with that.
It's never the same. Knowledge is never the same. She's never just this way. She's moving, just like she's not always 93 million miles. Sometimes she's a little closer. That's why we get hotter temperature. Sometimes she's a little bit farther. That's why we have cooler temperature. But she's moving.
God. Check this out. So when knowledge came, to anyone. First of all, that did, you got, we changed. Like, yeah, no question. But that dynamic didn't, like the God said, for those that got it in the street. Like my favorite line, the rooftop, the barber shops, the alleyways. Largely, that's where it went. Now, we had a lot, came out to church, too. Yeah, he did. It's not impacted everybody. Right? But what happens is, well, close the door then. Yeah, so, what happens is, you have some people, they weren't. Because, see, like, you're talking about, that's it. The God was talking about, he talked about the battlefield and whatever. The battlefield was right now.
Yeah.
See? Because I'm walking, me and Shamar walking. See, the school we come from, there's no him in some shit, I'm not in that.
That's right.
What?
We both in that shit.
I can't. In fact, let me tell you something. Ahmed told me this. Brothers, they were rumbling, right? And they went back to the school. So I'll use myself for example. I went back. Hello. The Divine right around the corner. So why are you still here? You're coming to get me. You'll come back later when you're wiping the blood off your face, leaving your brother there, right? You know. So and I'm saying now, I'm not saying that necessarily he came back. He a punk or whatever, but because I don't care what you are. One thing God is not. There's no disrespect. He's not a punk.
Right.
You ain't gotta know. So somebody, like the BG said, he was right. That's how I learned this too. Like we were given the lessons where you would learn how to fight because the God born black was saying the different currents you go in when you navigating with this truth. It's women too. Omari was nothing to play with.
That's right.
No, some of my sisters too. They were fighting in this thing here, standing on the truth in which we speak. Though some people, listen, God, the baddest fight I learned this from Shah. Fort Greene. To the left by a tree, my personal moment. He taught me how to defeat an army in a matter of seconds. Yeah, right. How to defeat them. So you will have to, but sometimes you may necessarily have to do that.
Yep.
Right? Why, God? The science teaches us this here. Yeah, we know the strong rules the weak, but the wise rules the strong.
That's a whole fact.
Right? So we know, and wise is the root word to wisdom. Right? What comes mental comes physical.
Everything dark ain't black.
Right. There you go. Oh, you can tell you old, right? You black. Yeah, he go. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying, go back to. I don't want to straighten my point. My point is, no, some people may not be. I've had that. Some people may not have been. Your right foot ain't go. He can move as quick as me and Bones to get to this situation, right? And I get that, but it better move nonetheless, though.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Me and Shamar, come on, let's go, right? Because that's just where that is. Again, God, but we came from different places, right? You have the people who come to church, the mosque, whatever. Here's what I was taught, and I'm gonna conclude on this note. The knowledge degree, the 11th degree, says, "Have you not heard your word is born, regardless to whom or what?" Everyone here, you can't be in this. Your word ain't born to that. Right? I'm gonna tell you. Listen. I'm upstate penitentiary. They took a class from us. Check out what they do. Some of you may not understand this dynamic, if you have, but anyway, on account. This is how I knew this shit was serious. On account, they said, Jones, Bourne, Savior, and whoever else. I'll use just us three and somebody else. Don't even go on the count. We need to see them over here. I said, okay, it's about the class. Let's go. Well, wait 1 second. I didn't want to be on the count anyway. Let's go. So, me and Barney, everybody walking. The other brother said, he told the police, fuck you. Because the police can, keep locking to his cube.
Yeah.
Right? So he can't go. So we go there, and the only thing they wanted to do, because they were adamant, was to know, what were you teaching? Right? So we can, say they close the door, boom. We ain't scared.
Right, exactly.
I think, well, okay. Oh, you talk to the 5%. But shit, man, we go back. You really want to know? Okay, this is what we teaching. blah, 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 blah. But you presented in a manner that was good. Came back. I said, damn, God, what happened to XYZ God? Oh, he on keep block. Not a problem. Can I get a pass to go in there? Yeah. Take that man. Sure, take that off, motherfucker. Take it now. Yeah, I know what that was about. What's your mama name? You think I'm playing? What's your mama name? That's right. Now, why am I talking like that? Because if you couldn't stand on the truth and they simply want that, you that scared, you can't be this. Right. Go praise the Lord, nigga. Right. We weren't even fighting. They just happened to say, because it was serious. No question. You know how to be serious. They doing a count and they're saying, born, Savior, so and so. Let's go over here. Right, okay, bet. All right, well, let's go. I know, as I'm walking, they call born. I know they call Savior. I know what this is about. Okay, bet. I'm good. Right? So we get there, and what happens to, after we smoke? So, and they gave us the class back. Thank you. What happened? Yo, God, he did this, no, he didn't. That's okay. And if I find you telling somebody, I'm gonna give them more of my story. That you us, there's gonna be a problem. Because you gotta have a spine first, and you gotta be straight up and down like 6 o'clock, right? More importantly, right? If you can't stand on your word, damn, that's the 11th degree. You not heard your word is bomb because you want? They called you to show and prove, and you ran from that? Now come on, beat it. So we let alone fighting, man. Please, I'm talking about someone just asking you a question. Right. They came in here. Some white folks, they do the tour. So by accident, to show you how shrewd this was. They came into school, and never forget this. Me, Al Jamal, and 2 other people, right? So they came in, oh, how you doing? I seen the law school nigga. What do you teach? So me, Al Jamal, quiet. The brother said, we teach black history. He went to the bathroom, right? Al Jamal happened to go, he only went because boom. Because I know he gets long-winded. So I said, no, that's not what we do here. Yeah, black history's a part of that. That's not like, we come in and teach like a history class. Nah. That'll happen, right? That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. And he ran, right? And listen, then somebody in the back said, I'll never forget this guy. Somebody in the back said, shrewdly, excuse me, do you teach, you teach white man's the devil? Look. Okay. Yup! Sure do. I'm saying that's how adamant I was. Sure do. Right? Because when I heard the question, he was sure, he a devil for real. These people innocently just want to know, but you want to throw, yeah, we sure do. We sure do. Now, I said, well, here go the question you should have asked, why do we? Right? And then, but then I got into the bill, the law taught, but then historically, why we say that, right? Boom. Smoke cleared. God came out. I'm giving you God's name. God came out. I said, God, no disrespect. You're a coward. Right, exactly. He said, why you did it? I said, you didn't even mention nothing about what we taught. And then you ran to the bathroom like you got diarrhea. Because some white folks came into school. Yeah, like some white folks came into school, and asked you, that's your point. That's your time to shine.
When it came time to shine, you had the shit.
Yeah. That's right, yeah. So like all those things, instances, right? Not just fighting. You got some people, and I'm talking about your enemy that you talking about early in the class that's well versed. Fact check this one in. We were together. I ain't gonna, because we hustle. Across the street is the mosque. Never forget this one, right? This dude Akbar Muhammad. Get this. I want all these Muslim guard dudes and all these creeps. No. Yeah. On Fifth Avenue, right? Yeah. So boom. So check this one in. He said, and he wasn't. that he was dead, because this was a famous a bombing the law did to one of them. Because one of them cutting through Mount Mars, and they catch the law. They see brothers smoking or whatever.
And I walked up to the park, and I walked up to the hill. The top of the hill, I saw it may have been 500 or 600, but I said it looked like 1,000 people, young people. And when I walked up in the FOI uniform, the young people opened up a path, and there was Clarence.
And he called him, hey, Brother Clarence, calling out his name and all that.
I gave him the greetings. He had a baby in his arm and a cigarette in one hand.
Why you smoking, whatever? So he was following when that back and forth and bombed him.
He said to me that Allah is not bound, fixed by anything. Allah must master all things. And the whole crowd said, oh, praise is due to Allah.
But now, in an interview, right, he said something else. He slammed him in the law.
And he knew that I disapproved because I felt that I said, Clarence, what you're doing with these young boys is not correct.
So I'm just going to buy a bean pie. Let me go buy a bean pie. So I see him. So, oh. So my man, he hollers you? He hollers you. Yeah, man. Look, first. Right, yeah, 5%. Right, right. Allah, okay, and by Allah I mean the black man, right, who came and manifested who he was to us. Like the same book you're supposed to be reading, but don't. The Mr. Black Man, and somebody ain't no mystery God. Yeah, him. He came and taught us the knowledge and wisdom, right? I said, you on tape saying XYZ, so we go into that bill.
I said, well, Clarence, time is a test to all men and all ideas, and time will tell who you are.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there. I said, my brother, I said, now, I know you're supposed to be ministering with mosque, right? But, and that caused a little whiff. Because I call my older brother, I call Ahmed, I call all my older brothers. Yo, God, who was there the day Mount Mars when the law was standing there and you always blah. It was between, I don't know, Farrakhan or somebody that was coming through the park and seeing it, because I was no longer in the mosque. Right? And he teach, yo, brother, well, your teacher right says, why you're doing X, Y, Z? And the father tore into him. You know what I mean? Bombed him and sent him back. But then, according to Akbar Muhammad, he's there. Yeah, you wasn't there. You know Allah because all y'all was in the mosque together. You, Yusuf Shaw, was Captain Joseph, and all y'all dudes, y'all was in there. Right. Yeah? I ain't got nothing to do with that history. That's your history. Right. But what you not gonna do, Muslim, right? What you not gonna do is disrespect Allah. I get it. You could be whatever you want to be, like your bean pies too, right? But you're not gonna talk about Allah. Right? That's me having a backbone, right? And teaching the truth. You know what I mean? And he was up there like, and I get it. One of the premises of why you do that is because you see where this truth went. Right? When you was nothing. Right? And Farrakhan did before he went to Dianetics himself now. L. Ron Hubbard and all them. But now, yeah, right. Yeah, that's what they doing now. But anyway, the association is having a backbone. That was the moral of the story. And speaking the truth. Right. Just having a backbone, God. It's going to come at you in different ways, man. You know what I mean? So, and I get it. Some people, right. Like, when the truth came to people, you were already prone. I know what the God would give and say, going back to that bill. Is God a gangster? No. But you have brothers who have the propensity, don't wake the beast up. Right. See? I seen that happen. He's smiling. Yeah. Because I know my brother is going to tolerate me. Right? So I'm a fuck you, Lashmar. Yeah. So Lashmar do one of these moves. We gonna fight now. Move some furniture. I'm gonna beat you right where the fuck you stand. Right? You gonna know that then you gonna know afterwards. Never do that shit again. Yeah. Right? Then right. So but people come and women too. Shit, that queen, I've been in many battlefields with the queen. Over there, I got him. Get him. That's right. Shit, you ain't playing. I mean, but one thing, once again, I say, I get it. Your left and right foot may not move as quick as ours, but it better move.
There you go.
It better move, because if not, then I'm gonna tell you what you do. If you that shook, leave us take the flag off.
Might as well.
Yeah, listen, he was just going to see his woman. I'm just going to see my woman. And they did him in the elevator.
A good run is better than a bad stand.
Yeah, no, listen. That strategy, but that's coming from the mind of someone, I'm going to get your ass later though. See? Right. I'm not running. I just know I'm not stupid. I know how to get you. I want to win, so I'm going to bow out.
They're not going to turn you out. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no question. And so that's what that means. All right, I give because I'm with that. Yeah.
We have been in that situation.
Yeah, many a day. Many a day we've been in that situation. I'm gonna come back and we'll get you, but come back nonetheless. Right. And what does that mean? Because you protected the interest and the right of what's going on.
Right.
Regardless to whom or what.
Right.
My word is my bond. Right. You know what I mean? That's what that means. Yeah, some people, I'm telling you, no disrespect. God, what happened? God, I seen you over there fighting. I didn't know what to do. Okay, there's no problem. You froze. Okay, not a problem. They take that off. No problem. What's your mama name you? Don't tell nobody. No. Because we do that. And any other instance, I can't trust you.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, and I'm not trying to be funny. The young brother was talking about the spades. You know what we did here? We done fought gangsters and mob bosses. You serious? Go!
Spades.
Yeah, the spades too. Oh, that's light. Yeah, but we fought them. They were many. They were legion of you know. And like the God was saying, we going back, reiterating that bill. And we fought them because God is uncompromising. Right. Like I'm on Washington 106.9. And we did. Okay, listen, man. Look, man. Like, yeah, you caused a lot of. Like I said, we had some street organizations that were about good too, but when we occupy the same ring, a lot of times the reason why we fought, because you was jealous of the flag and us.
Right.
That's what that was about. It wasn't about God, like right. Some of us came from that too, right? So you already had that propensity to, whatever the case may be. I told you before. I remember I got my lessons, right? And I never forget, God called me back, Divine Prince and them, and Justice Hakim and them, called me back, no. Okay, where we going? We going to exercise now. Well, what? I didn't sign up for this shit. I got to fight? Yeah. So, okay, right, okay, let's go. Why? Then I came to see why. Mainly because you got mindsets unlike yours. Just for simply saying peace. Punk ass nigga, shut up. You got to be ready. Oh, let me try this. Jamal showed me. Let me try this new shit. You come here, oh shit, yeah, shit worked. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you know now. Okay, no, and I'm gonna say that, because you have to defend that. Right? I mean, but then let me say this to you too. I know my brother, Grandmaster like a Law of Freedom, and all these other brothers will tell you, as much as you know, you gotta be humble too. Because you know what you can do to somebody, let me let them go, man. Yeah.
If Mecca did this.